something I really
And
love.
we're
Man.
live. What are you talking about?
Who?
There's a new Netflix special with the funny redhead and this other gal, and I guess they're comedians or whatever. They're
Sounds
kind of
like
popular.
Oh,
And they
Thunder
wanted-
Force or whatever?
The Thunder Force! Yes, Thunder Force!
It's not that new.
I didn't expect
that sounds
it.
awful.
Oh, was it?
It
Is
actually
old?
looks pretty funny. It's
I
not
was
that
not.
new.
Yeah,
but
it's you guys.
it looks pretty funny. I
Is
haven't
that the
seen
one
it,
that's
though.
on display?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the one that's
it's
in our
seen for
Sony
2
demo.
years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a 2019,
super
2020, something like
campy.
that.
It's not like anything amazing, but it was all right. You know, you don't expect
Jason
it to
Bateman's
be,
a villain with crab hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Crab
And they
hands
get-
is great.
And they get a little kinky with butter.
For those of you that are in the chat,
Hi, everybody.
I'm sorry.
This is legendary
I'm gonna do
action.
it.
I'm so
did you say
sorry on behalf
kinky
of
with
everybody
butter?
What
that
else
you were
do with
exposed
butter?
to that.
Yeah, because he has lobster hands, and they go out on a date to a fish restaurant,
Like Long John.
seafood restaurant, and the waiter doesn't realize his crab hands is like, oh yeah, we got the sampler where it gives you every kind of crab, Alaskan crab, king crab, da 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 da. It was really good, and the guy's like, did you just literally offer to sell the guy with crabs for dinner? This is like a little cannibalism. And then the gal he's with just tries to jump in on it, being supportive, but she doesn't have anything legitimate. She's like, yeah, what are you going to give me? A person steak or whatever?
First off, a
It had
person
its
steak
moments.
apparently tastes okay.
It had its moments.
And just might
Makes
give you
you
the
laugh.
giggles.
Yeah, and crabs do eat crabs.
Ooh, that was crisp.
That was crisp. Well done.
Why are you all this way, and why am I forced to play games with you? Why?
I'm just saying, I've heard that human tastes like veal, and I like veal, so I assume human is good.
I like
Did
the
you hear this on like
preface
60
of
Minutes or something that old
heard.
people watch?
So, you know
Yeah,
what? Let's
some
talk about something a little
thing.
bit more relevant towards, nerdy stuff, D&D, whatnot.
Betrayal.
Oh, like all the stuff you were talking about before we went live about Dragonlance and that one space D&D one.
Spelljammer.
Yeah, Spelljammers.
Well, if you want to get a jump on those, what you can do is go to Incarnate and customize and make their maps and prep
So
for
can
the
you jump on
upcoming
them?
games.
How does that get you a jump on them?
Because you can pre-build the maps.
You see,
Now
You
we can
can't
wait
just
for the
open
content.
up the book and Kryn is right there.
Yeah, but why
Make
do
it.
that when you can totally just make your own with Incarnate, a fantastical
was
map-making
helping you.
tool?
Make your own. Make them better.
Recognize your allies, you ginger fuck.
I don't know. I'm just
Clearly it's not
You
you.
call them a ginger.
Incarnate is a fantastical map-making tool where you can take what is only the limit of your imagination and plop it right onto a computer screen with
We haven't said hi to
customization.
everybody yet. Sorry, I'm just really upsetting you right now. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean for that to come out of my
With
mouth.
thousands of assets you can use called stamps, where you can plap them onto a map
It's okay.
and customize and change
They
it. You
didn't
can even
wanna
have
say hello to you.
randomizers to kind of shake things up and make it quick for you. And if you want to use them for your streams or books or anything along those lines for publishing, you can with their pro service, which is only $25 a year or $5 a month, which gives you access to up to 8K resolution and access to their full catalog of stamps and importing up to 10 of your own stamps to kind of bring a little bit more flavor to your world. And if you want to try it out for free, which I highly recommend, they just upgraded and gave you a bunch more benefits with their free service, giving you more stamps and to export in 2K. So try them out. They're pretty awesome.
Speaking of adding flavor to a world, if our DM Andrew's homebrew world of Terrowyn was a candy, what candy would it be? I think it's an everlasting gobstopper.
I think it's Skittles because it's a little bit of everything thrown at it.
That's pretty good.
Do you know what my first thought was? It's the spicy lollipops.
Oh, with the what?
Like,
Spicy one?
with chili?
Yeah, with chili powder because it's got a little bit of kick. It's a little spicy. You want to cry a little bit, but then it gets real sweet towards the center.
No, it's Starburst.
I think it's the other way
Sour
around. It's
apple.
sweet on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody can hear you talk.
Our
You gotta yell.
kobold says it's he swears it's Starburst.
It's Starburst.
The kobold
By
swears
end
it's
of the
Starburst.
package,
I don't eat through a package.
By the end of the package, you have a stomach ache and bad life choices.
I just don't like Starbursts.
People only buy Starburst when they're at a gas station and want to buy snacks, and they buy a bunch of other stuff to go with it. So they eat Starburst with a bunch
You know
of
what?
chips.
I changed my answer.
Yeah.
It's Reese's because it's my favorite.
That's
Fucking
not,
suck
it's not
up.
reflect. Not everything's about
Start
you.
with Bane this
Yeah.
session. You
Not everything's
Bane.
about
You start with Bane.
We should have some kind of thing that when
Starburst.
somebody banes a player, It's just a voiceover that's like, you merely adopted the darkness.
See, when John said
Really
Starburst, I thought
adopted
he was going down the line of like, yeah, it's Starburst because I mean, you can eat it with the wrapper on and it sucks, dude. But I guess that eventually you eat it. Whatever.
Panda Chew says lemon
know.
drops.
Lemon drops.
Explain the lemon drops.
Explain.
Is it because they're kind of tart?
Honestly,
Because then we're going down the same lines as
I'm
like
not
the
gonna go with a
spicy
candy.
sweet thing.
it's
Well,
like
that's the
it's like
question.
a,
Then you're
it's like-
breaking the rules.
I am. It's like a really good. It's like a nice handmade, homemade from scratch cake. It's way better than anything else you're gonna get bought from a store.
Do you know what else you can make from scratch? That's right. Your
Fucking
characters in
sucker.
reroll. In reroll, you can customize and create 2D pixel art characters that you can customize with over 140 different options when it comes to armor, hue changes, and weapons and base stands. Many different supported races, and they actually just added a few from Beyond the Witchlight, I think it was. So the rabbit.
Don't ask me, you fucking corporate shill.
They added the rabbit folk and stuff.
Rabbit
a while ago,
folk,
I think.
yeah. So they added all the rabbit folk. They're actually working on adding a few other ones too. Their Discord is very active. They have a section where you can show off your different customizations and creations, and it's not just the awesome pixel art. It's also a
He has
D&D
done better, though.
5e character sheet. So when you click on your little pixel art, you can go in and customize, import, and keep track of all your 5e character information you need to have a great time at D&D.
Okay, on to the hot takes. I want to see arguments for which one is better because I think Spelljammer is overrated and it's all about Dragonlance. So that's the only thing other than the movie giving us a release date for Dungeons and Dragons that I cared about that they talked about at their
Did you see the
announcements.
set design too? It's gonna
Yeah.
be pretty good. It'll
Really?
look good at the very
Be-
least.
I haven't seen
legitimate.
anything lately.
Mm.
I've watched the
It looks like
the
they're going
Thor
down the-
trailer about 18 times,
Yeah,
but
it looks like they're going down a very legitimate route with the D&D movie. So I'm very
Like a
excited
real
about
movie,
that.
not a secondhand.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Not a
it's going to
movie
have
using
any
the
kind
name.
of meta to
Mm.
it. It's just
Yeah.
literally going to be a story set in.
It's not going to be like a normal college
It's set
kid
in Faerun,
murdering
right?
all his friends because he's
Pretty sure it's set in
delusional or
Faerun,
whatever.
right?
It would make sense for them to set it in Faerun.
that's the thing.
Probably Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just
Baldur's Gate would be a
Isn't
really
it
great
Baldur's
place to
Gate would
set
be
Isn't
it.
that
pretty
the
good.
one with
At least
Forrest
start
Gump
it.
guy goes?
Did you just tell me something about Baldur's Gate? Didn't somebody
No,
tell me
I
something?
did.
What did you tell me?
Magic the Gathering is releasing their next D&D themed booster, which is
Baldur's Gate.
Battle for Baldur's Gate.
It's pretty exciting.
Hmm.
It's pretty exciting.
Baldur's
We're
Gate, the
still in
game, is getting an
commercial
update.
mode.
Baldur's Gate.
I can't wait for
Tell your
Yeah,
friends
they ain't
now.
paying you nothing.
I can't wait for the game to be finished so
No.
I can finally play it.
Yeah, it's even unfinished as it is, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's
We'll
gonna be,
see.
it'll be good when it's finished. I've been
Micro,
waiting
so.
for the most part too. I get in there every now and then and like build a character.
I
and play
dropped
it
a
for about
hot take
20
on
minutes.
on D&D's official Twitter on their announcement of Neverwinter's map expansion.
Oh yeah,
Got some likes.
really?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Well, that's a nice change.
I basically called it. I said, please stop. No. This is a microtransaction, pay-to-win riddled nightmare. Please make something else and take this license away from them.
Mm.
Oh, from Neverwinter Nights?
Yeah,
Never
why
went
can't
Neverwinter.
they
Online.
did release
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, didn't they? Kinda,
It's-
sorta?
Baldur's Gate
some-
3 is
yes.
out. Larian Studios has done a good job. It was weird. I think COVID pressured them to do it or something, but they released the game completely unfinished and knowingly unfinished. They even said, "Hey, right now you can only play to level 4, and there's only like one story arc to do, and half the classes aren't there." And they've been like doing slow releases of classes and stuff. I think they released like the Half Orc 2 or something
Yeah,
No,
like
so
that.
it's
I don't
like-
think they have any new races yet.
Yeah. So it's like when are you going to define it as being
It's
released?
still technically early
It's-
release.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
so it's early access forever.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
call it beta. I'd
I
call
don't
it
think it'll be
alpha.
early access forever. That's not
No.
the way Larian's done things in the past. I don't think they're going to do it now.
But yeah, I paid full
But-
price for it.
Yeah.
but
Thanks, Larian.
You get to keep it. You get the. full
All
game
these updates have
eventually.
been free. If
Yeah.
they start
They better
rolling
be. You
out
paid full
DLC,
price for an
if
empty
they
Yes.
start rolling out paid
Yeah.
DLC, I will throw them in the trash can so fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if they're just going to keep it's a moth. Hey, Panda Chew, there's a moth here.
Oh, they're following
More
her.
than that.
Panda 2 is
Oh,
in
he
there.
bitch slapped
You are lucky
it.
there's not a
Moths.
druid at the table.
Why? Because it wouldn't bother them.
I'm secretly
Anyone else still
interested,
waiting for
and I
Larian to
don't-
Still
send out
alive.
a Kickstarter
It's on
board
your
game?
back.
I pushed it.
Not
I
your
didn't
back,
hit
sorry,
it.
behind you
Kickstarter
is where I'm
board
at.
game?
Apparently, they have a
pushed-
Kickstarter board game, Larian Studios, that they haven't delivered on. Tell us more,
Mm.
Jordy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, we are graced by the presence of Oh Lordy Jordy from Tabletop Notch, a fantastic role-playing group. They play on Sundays on their Tabletop Notch Twitch channel. Very creative. They do an excellent job of embodying the characters. They have some acting chops for sure.
Much better than our acting chops.
Yes, much better than our acting chops. Yeah, we just have, I don't know, a personality that we hope people like.
I just play myself, so that says some bad stuff.
I do bad things.
I do bad things.
But
Like hurt my friends.
yeah. But they're a wonderful group of folks over there, so give them a chance if you haven't already. And
Genuinely shocked.
and she was talking about Larian Studios not delivering on a game, a board game made of cardboard, probably some of it.
I don't know. Some of it, at least a part of it.
Yeah,
Maybe
like the board part.
Yeah,
Watch it be like metal.
that'd be neat.
That would be a nice change of pace. Ooh, Kickstarter idea. Metal. Heavy metal games. Boom.
Everything's,
Boom, it practically
everything's-
sells itself.
Every game is just a big, metal, bulky, hard to pack away versions of classics we love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, could you
exactly.
imagine dexterity games in heavy metal games? It's like, your fingers are bloody by the end
You're
of the
playing
night.
jacks with caltrops and a bowling ball.
So metal.
Wow.
Godric's like, wow,
Anyway.
this is fine.
No.
But so those are my hot
and a
takes.
shot
I
put,
love Dragonlance.
obviously.
It's my favorite. I'm super excited for them to release it as a full setting. Dragonlance is maybe one of two settings that I would ever consider running
That
as a
wasn't a homebrew?
setting that wasn't a homebrew.
Kryn is interesting.
Yeah.
Dragonlance for me is my hot take is as cool as Dragonlance is, I just want new content, new actual gameplay content
Yeah,
from D&D.
that's fair.
You can release new worlds and stuff, but if it doesn't come with new feats and new class like subclasses and stuff, I'm kind of give me some more stuff, guys.
Well,
Definitely, Dragonlance is gonna. Its source book should be fairly hefty because there is a lot of differences between just a basic Dragonlance and let's say Faerun and Forgotten Realms. So, I mean, dwarves are handled very differently.
that's true.
So there's some interesting stuff there, for sure.
Half elves are much rarer.
Yeah, much rarer, much rarer.
Minotaurs are handled pretty casually.
Yeah.
They're just kind of.
And ogres are mentioned in the books, but they're never really expanded upon. I think they are a little bit in some of the side stuff, but in the main four, they're.
It's just you
they're
came
not
out with
gone
a
over.
Fizzban's Dragons book,
Yes.
and you're not following up with an immediate Dragonlance.
I wonder if Spelljammer will have new classes.
Well,
Not classes, new
Spelljammer's-
subclasses.
Spelljammer seems to be, and again, I haven't done any research here. I don't know why I
Seems
said
like
it
it's a
again.
whole new
For the first time. I haven't done any
Yeah,
research.
it looks like it has a
but-
PHB, a DMG,
Yeah, it
and
looks,
a
it looks like
a sword
modified
coast
5e.
extra.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll
it
see.
looks like it comes with all three if you buy their thing. I'm thinking about I might pick it up just because since I have Skies of Sordain as well.
We like board games.
I like the setting too.
They
Thank you for
also
the
they
100-bit story.
with their skirmish war game, right, for D&D. That was one of the other big announcements.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
pretty much like old school chainmail coming back, huh?
Kind of.
Oh,
I think-
level
I didn't
3!
really-
Oh! Jordan just got my emote! Sup! Yeah!
Yeah,
I'm an
dope.
emote.
There we go.
I'm more than a man. I'm an emote.
He's
Woo!
That's
Yeah!
a
We
win.
need emotes.
You know what's crazy?
Y5.
For what?
Do you know what's also crazy? Just
We'll find
saying.
something.
So that
Neat.
the
That's
Kickstarter
what we
I subscribed for Skies of Sordain.
Yeah.
They also released their own like ship wargaming like a couple months prior to.
Who?
Skies of Sordain.
Everything's a war game now.
The company that made that setting, Skies of Sordain, is not
Is the
company.
setting? Sorry, I don't know the actual company name, but I know the campaign name.
Oh, Skies of Sordain is what?
They
It's
released a war game, a skirmish war game using
It's a
both ships.
homebrew setting
Yeah.
with boats that
We're
go
not
in the
vibing
air.
today. Skies of Sordain is a Kickstarter that Michael over here took part in, and it's a really cool Spelljammer as well. It's less Spelljammer and more like airships and a ruined world, and everything takes place in the skies now.
Yeah.
So it's Spelljammer similar, but Spelljammer's like in space because of magic, not technology.
I equate it to have you ever seen the movie After Earth when like the world itself is like all terrifying and everything wants to eat you. Everyone lives above the clouds because
Bad
everything
movie.
below is terrifying, and the world is run off basically shards that.
Yeah.
pull
See,
magic from
I
the-
say the most similar thing I can think of is all of the skyship scenes from Stardust.
Yeah, that makes
I-
sense.
Never seen it.
You've not seen Stardust?
Stardust mixed with
love
Eberron, mixed
that.
with some other stuff.
Oh, it's so good.
Skies of Sordain mixes a lot with Eberron, I think,
Yeah,
personally.
it
So,
feels like Eberron in the skies.
pretty much.
Treasure planet with no planets.
Yeah, kind of.
Very
Yeah,
Treasure
that's a
Planet.
good
Well,
way to
Treasure
do it.
Planet's a little bit more
Treasure
Spelljammer.
Planet.
Treasure
actually.
Planet's a Spelljammer. Actually.
Spelljammer.
Just
Actually,
Spelljammer.
Treasure
Do you go have
Planet.
planets in Spelljammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
what
Dungeons and Dragons in space with Magic, not technology.
That's okay. Hang on, I've rechanged my opinion on that book now.
D&D has like really
And the big
a
booga,
lot of lore
big-
around
big
how
Ooga Booga
space
are the
works.
illithids.
It's totally different.
and their creepy ships, which you've already seen in Baldur's Gate 3.
Just like Star Wars.
I have illithids.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
Illithid
know this, but
ships.
space in Star Wars doesn't work like space in real life. Just check it out.
Physics are a little different.
Ether drives, man.
It's true. It's true. And
Rudders, the ether rudder.
and space angel princesses.
Do you know, I just really like if you had D&D
Bombers.
spaceships, would you call them like teleport drives because they're just like mass pulling?
D&D spaceships are called spelljammers
Yeah, that's why it's called Spelljammer.
What the fuck is it called a spelljammer?
because it
'Cause it
jams
jams on
across the
spells.
skies on spells.
Yep.
You're shitting me.
I'm not.
That sounds every bit what I thought it should be.
My God.
It sounds self-descriptive.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I love that you're just learning right now.
I
Yeah,
am.
everyone has to learn it at some point,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah,
just neat.
everybody does. Dark Suns after Dragonlance. Well, let's make it happen.
Hey,
Dark Suns. That's neat.
I don't need spaceships. So long as
I
I'm
want
on the same
cannibal
plane of
halflings.
existence, I
Cannibal
just
halflings.
teleport.
The cannibal
Done.
halflings are pretty cool.
Cannibal half.
Dragons as these evil rulers. You know, each of them got their own like
Okay.
sorcerer kingdom going on.
Okay, I'm
Magic
just-
drains life from
The world
the
itself.
world around you. Yeah, that's why the whole place is a giant desert now.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah, there's no metal.
Hang on,
There's
let me-
very little
I'm gonna
metal.
go back to
It'd be
Spelljammer.
cooler
'cause
if
have
I
another
didn't
question.
live in a desert.
So does
You don't live in a
teleport?
desert.
Does
Rain
teleport
all
doesn't
day,
have a
that's right.
range, right?
Huh?
The teleport spell doesn't have a range.
Yeah, it does.
Nope.
It does,
I think
Nope.
so.
or doesn't?
Nope. Same plane of existence.
So
Yeah.
theoretically, could I teleport from
So
one
that is a
planet
range.
to another?
Yes.
Yeah. Anywhere on your
The-
plane.
but
Yeah.
the first,
But if you want to bring a bunch of cargo with you and stuff,
Change the same.
No.
I'm still thinking about you just
You just wear it all. You might not be able to walk with it. Just wear it.
as long as it's a. I'm
Just-
on the.
Yeah,
I'm
just
on
a
the
big
big
box.
box.
Magic works weird. You
just-
don't want your bar to catch on fire? Wear your bar. Because no magical spell will catch it on fire.
just daisy chain a bunch of
that's
boxes.
what DMs are for. They'll
belt it
catch your
around
stuff on fire
yourself
for
and
you.
then go.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You just cast the
This is
enlarge
what a DM
reduce
is
spell
for, to go,
on
your
things.
idea is stupid,
Put it all in
no.
your pocket. Teleport. Take it out. Turn the spell off. There's your cargo.
Yeah, catch
Except
a
it only
falling star,
reduces the
put it
size
in
by
your
like
pocket.
half. So yeah, a keg of like a barrel of spice is still freaking huge.
You want a
Spice.
D&D?
Sorry, I just had to ask.
Not really.
My
Yeah.
brain was like,
Oh, that's neat.
I do want to talk about our giveaway for the month, though.
Oh,
Give it
you
away,
mean
give it
that
away, give it
super
away now.
awesome book from the Lazy Dungeon Master?
Yes.
Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
That gives you all
That
kinds of tips and tricks and guides to maximize your prep effort for engaging and fantastic experiences that you can
Maximum?
share with your players. That's what we're giving away at the end of the month. Oh, yeah. And
Next
the
week.
personal
That movie
gift
was
for our
awesome.
bits leader, if we hit over 1,000 bits this month, they get a personalized gift from a member of the cast. And guess who it is this month?
I'm going to send you a replica of this cup.
Guess who it is? It's Andrew! It's
That's not
Andrew!
bad.
Andrew's the man!
Dungeon Master Andy. That's not bad. That'd be a great gift.
Your replica.
sign it so that way.
We do our giveaways at the end of the month.
You know, it's
And
really
if you're a
cool.
subscriber, you get a 2x multiplier. So you can have an extra chance to win thanks to your generous support of the channel. We appreciate
So
you.
generous.
But they're open to everyone
Much
because
wow.
all of you are members of our community. And we loves you and we appreciate you.
I am happy that we are.
Don't be
on
afraid
a,
to take these discussions into our Discord, by the way.
Which we have on the internet. It's a little box of the internet with all our stuff in it, which includes you!
Yeah.
You! Get in there! Get in there, you little goof. Little goof for you. Yeah.
One of our friends.
This is all because you're an emote now, right?
I'm an emote. Yeah, I'm more than a man. I'm a symbol.
I wanna
A
be an
symbol
emote.
for a generation.
Like
No,
Batman.
I think we should all be an emote, right? You could get an emote of Mike being like, wonderful, right?
Yeah.
You know? Get an emote
Everything is
of Matt just saying,
wonderful
neat.
now.
Yeah, just neat.
Neat.
Yeah, no.
Neat.
Could be neat.
Anyways.
What are you
Turn it on. Turn it on.
You got white on you.
What does that mean?
Needs much focus. Much wow.
Don't speak in technical terms. Use Dungeons and Dragons terms.
Did the bitch cast Blur?
Oh, that camera's making us displacer beasts?
That's
So it
neat.
actually thinks I'm sitting right here? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we are under the effect of the blink spell.
Mm,
Gotcha. How do we fix that?
How often?
periodically. Depends on what you roll.
Woo! Is anything happening? How's this look at home?
Looks like a dude waving his arms around.
Woo!
I haven't seen it. That's why I'm confused.
Who said it's clipping? Did somebody say it's clipping?
This?
Oh, just saw it.
Yep.
I
What
caught it.
happened? Oh.
Why?
I don't know. That's a good question.
All right, we
Yeah,
should,
like,
we
we're all
should fix that.
discussing.
Upload issue.
It did blink. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like technically, it's like signal lag. Because it's
It's
blinking
probably not
on,
the cameras.
on
It's
that.
probably Twitch.
Run a legendary recap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
hey,
we're done.
we have the legendary recap, and you should watch it because something crazy happened last episode. And
That's true.
even if you watched last episode because you hang out with us and you're cool,
Yeah.
you're still gonna want to see it again, so it's fresh in your mind. So we're gonna run that, and we'll see you in I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, generally.
Generally.
We'll be back to play
General.
D&D.
Hello, and welcome to Legendary Recap, Episode 134, A Path to War. Trin and Ulthion meet as Mina again, this time at Ulthion's temple, and she gives them good news.
Well, then how can we help you?
You can't. I'm here to help you. So the High Cleric just kind of closes the door and urges you all to go in and just kind of take a seat on one of the chairs that he has in the room. And he walks around the back of the desk that she was sitting at and sits down. And she kind of walks up around beside and sits on the edge of the desk, kind of looking directly at the two of you. Well, the lady would like us to not necessarily be allies, but she wants to assure parties involved, those being, I guess, the Blood Elves and so on and so forth, that you can take this information back to the rest of the Silver Choir if you'd like. But she'd like you to know that Takesis is frustrated, absolutely angry, and obsessed with crushing those individuals who are responsible for the interruption of her I guess machinations and her escape from hell.
I do believe she's talking about our friends.
Ulthion, on his next steps in his journey, asks for guidance and is given a vision.
In contemplation, after you utter those final words, the room, you open your eyes and nobody's in there except for you and the statues in this empty chamber. And around you, on the edge of this glyph that they have all the rites, a small smoldering and very, very simple fire begins to run around the outside of the ring on the edge and begins to build up in intensity. At the feet of the statue, you see what looks like a version of yourself kind of staring back at you, and you're wearing your armor and all your garments and your cloak. But you're also carrying this radiating and beautifully crafted shield that has the sun and the emblem of Alatrari on the front. And then in your hand, you're carrying an elven sword, a single-bladed elven sword of ancient design. And both the statues that represent vengeance and law kind of fade out, leaving only the statue dedicated to war. And then the fire dies out, and your vision encompasses the state of the room as it is.
With Ulthion's vision over, he sets out on a new path, being awarded different weapons to become something new.
Fantastic hilt, this beautiful pommel, and it's made in an ancient style that isn't really used anymore, which dates it to probably, based on its design, to close to the fall of Gondolin. It's a relic from a long forgotten age of elven history. And then they hand it to you so that you can test its weight, test its strength and its durability, and get the feel for it. And though it has been many years since you have wielded these weapons, it's like a fish taking to water. It all comes back to you, all the forms, all the teachings, years of repetition, dozens of lessons learned, hits on the hands, the face, the head from blunted objects and weapons as your house's weapon master, who has passed long at this point, taught you over and over and over again underneath your father's tutelage to make sure that you would become the best fighter that you possibly could. As it's very similar to the style of weaponry that your father used when he was fighting against the Dark Elves in this endless, never-ending conflict between your people and theirs. And Sevithor decrees, with your new dedication, you take on the aspect of war, an aspect of Alatrari. You shall lead from the front lines. You shall be our spear's tip, and you shall destroy those enemies that would see harm to your allies, your friends, your family, and to Eredor. Go forth with the long sword, solemn duty. Go forth with the shield, virtuosity, and make war on your enemies, Ulthion Amadir, War Master of the Blood Elves.
Oh, shit!
Woo! I got chills.
At the party at Ulthion's estate, where the party mingles and relaxes, Locke walks up to Ulthion, and something dreadful happens.
And for all of you, I thank you all for your hospitality, but then I kind of turn the goblet and pour it out, and then kind of toss it in your direction.
What are you doing?
This is all very wrong. And you are all very wrong. And you should all wither in your shame. You live in a luxury and subjugate others around you and proclaim your superiority, and his eyes are starting to flash in a red color. You look down upon...
We need to stop him.
I'm gonna cast Dominate Person on him.
I dispel that.
Oh.
Counterspell.
What is going on?
How high in the air are you?
Just a little bit, like 3 feet. Just getting some height over the rest of the elves.
Locke, that's enough.
There is evil at your door, and you feast and subjugate and claim excellence. I will show you War Master. My eyes go full red. I look like I'm about to thunderbolt or lightning bolt you. There's a whole of lightning, but instead, I turn into mist. The mist rolls around you and it's like thunderclouds and lighting like a storm. And as I reappear, I grab a fistful of your hair from behind you, yank your head back. The hidden blade comes out.
What the fuck? What? No!
Until next Friday.
What?
What?
Did you just die?
And that's your Legendary Action Recap. As always, thank you for stopping by and supporting our wonderful production.
Catch our live streams Fridays at 7:30 PST to see a bunch of unapologetic nerds play the world's greatest role-playing game on Twitch at Legendary Action Official. Thank you, and have a magnificent evening.
Penises.
All of them.
Woo! How about that? Too long didn't watch.
Hi, everybody.
How
Welcome
about
back.
that?
Crazy.
Freaked me out. Freaked me out last week. I had no idea it was going to be sitting right next to me. I'm like, oh, cool. I get to sit next to Matt. I love Matt. He's one of my favorite people at this table. Top 10 favorite people at Legendary Action, for sure.
And it happens.
Guaranteed.
Happens right after you move over there too.
Yeah, the day I moved over, he's like, I'm going to kill him now.
No, it's because I think it's a sign of love for me. Is what I think it is.
See, I think. Do you think that it's a sign of love for Alex, or do you think it's a sign of a need to self-sabotage your relationships? You're like, Justin's getting too close to me. I got to kill him.
I am pretty good at self-sabotage.
Me
too. I mean, you're not my therapist, but should we talk about it?
You have one of those?
Let's talk about it.
No.
Should probably get one of those. No.
No, you're right.
I don't have a lot of experience with therapy, but we'll do it like I do with my therapist. So, you're gonna massage my feet while you tell me about it.
You should. Wait, before I go any further, is it a woman? Is she attractive?
I don't know.
I was about to be sexist on you.
I was about to be sexist on you.
A little emotional, little weird emotional connection there.
Mm-hmm.
All Justin really wants is someone to sit and rub his feet and listen to his problems.
Oh, no. I rub her feet while I tell her about my problems.
Oh, so her feet like
Reverse
soothe
therapy.
you.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
It's like,
that's
well,
weird.
if I gotta listen to this crap,
Yeah,
put
she's
yourself to use.
yeah. She starts out and she's like, "So, what's your relationship with your mother like?"
I go, I don't know, Mom. Why don't you tell me?
I do feel like I'm a little bit old to keep giving you these feet rubs.
Jeez.
All right, D&D.
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 That is what we came here for.
I'm just here
Supposedly.
to watch the slaughter.
I came here for friends. D&D's just there for bonus.
Well, I did do a thing.
I say that now because I might die.
Only if it goes horribly wrong.
Only if it goes exactly how Locke planned.
It's not a plan. I didn't even plan it. I don't know what's happening.
I call bullshit.
Yeah,
We're not.
Mike just touches.
I'm
his
not good
mic.
enough of a DM to organize this stuff, dude. Come on.
You can organize. You can organize some stuff, but normally you gotta like let something simmer in the back of someone's mind for a couple months, and then you bring it back out.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's like,
You're like
here,
a long con.
Yeah,
long
you're like,
con DM.
What if
2 years later, remember when I did that thing?
I thought of the word long con because I want to say you're like a long con DM. But as I started saying long, I was like, but say con, not dong. In my brain. So I went, you're like a long con.
And now all I'm doing is word
What?
association. Condom.
Kong? Like the monkey?
I guess, like the toy, Kong toy. I don't know.
Mm.
You're like a long dong DM, you know what I'm saying? Just
Got that big dick energy.
the
Or
big
your
DM
confidence.
energy.
Jeez.
Why are we fucking weird every time Tara's not here?
I don't
We just
know.
can't rein it in.
I don't know. You guys are all fucking weird.
I miss her already.
Weird, yeah. So, in the middle of this absolutely lovely gathering of people, it's interrupted by some asshole from out of town.
This asshole.
This one right there.
All the goodwill we've
Hey.
garnered.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just saw a good thing and thought, what if we broke it? And now it's art.
That resonated with me so much.
Now it's art.
Look, just because I'm trying to kill you in front of your family and friends doesn't mean you have to take it personal.
It's just business.
Bad business.
All right, let's
Murder.
stare.
It's all terrible. even know why I run this game for you.
What the best part is,
You
I don't
leaned
know
in.
what-
You
leaned
both
in.
did.
Yeah.
You did too.
Yeah.
He started
I
and
know.
then Justin followed, and then you both broke.
I'm like, but you broke first.
I did break first.
I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of wish neither of you broke. I would have been impressed.
Just
and a little
gone all the way
uncomfortable.
with
I think you guys are making an adorable couple.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, it'd be awful. Sorry, man. You don't want any of this. It's a mess.
You can cook.
I like how none of your
can't,
decisions are based off of Justin and just you. You're just like, I'm a hot mess.
Dude, there is a reason I
You
don't.
can't negatively judge other people. Come on.
No,
Look
there-
at him in his smug face.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't
You
play
try
the
to hide
game,
him still
friends.
there.
I know.
Baron on the inside, you're like,
You think I want to be responsible for another person's happiness? Fuck that. Can't handle my own.
Isn't that
Fair enough.
like the opposite of how relationships work? You're not responsible for someone else's happiness.
You are half responsible for someone else's
No,
happiness.
no, you're not. They're supposed to be capable of being happy on
Listen,
their own.
who here's
That's the
in
problem,
therapy?
I'm not.
Okay.
So
You
why
guys
do they
are
want a piece?
both of you are arguing about something, and you're single.
Yeah. You know why? Because we try and attain the unachievable, which is a healthy relationship. We should just have illegitimate children and domestic abuse left and right.
all I can say right now, my brain is no maintenance.
You want to go get dinner sometime?
Yeah. You know what? We can't find anybody else. Let's just be together.
Okay.
I
We'll
support
be
you
like,
guys.
we'll be
I support
like,
you both.
Yeah. Maud and Shelley, like those little old ladies that just murdered their
They've just been
husbands or something.
roommates for like.
Yeah.
I mean,
forever.
we don't really use the term anymore, but basically you're spinsters, right? Is that like a is that a gender specific term?
Spinster
It is definitely a gender
Is it?
specific
Yeah.
term.
What's the term for like, I mean, either way it's outdated terminology, but what would be the term for two guys then like that?
I don't know. I can't think of anything constructive to say.
I
Bachelor.
guess bachelors?
Yeah, it's bachelor and spinster.
One has a much more negative connotation than the
Yeah,
other.
yes.
That's bullshit.
That's because it was
That's
it was
some
made in a
bullshit.
time when if a woman wasn't doing what was right, they were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt can cook. He just needs to find someone looking for what he has to offer. And
Look,
he needs to
put-
recognize
Let
what he
me
has
let
to
me
offer.
just explain
You
that
seem a
if
little
someone is
hands-off.
looking for this, they've got problems I don't want to deal with.
Matt, you're funny. You have good personality. You're clean.
You have good comedic
You
timing.
can cook. You have comedic timing like no one's business.
Stop it.
And you know what? When she's laughing, her eyes are closed, so she can't see you
And
anyway.
at this moment, Matt feels a little bit bad about it.
You gotta stop with all these compliments before I start to believe this shit.
I think your voice resonates in a very attractive way also.
I do too.
I
do
hate
too.
my voice.
It's like
Really?
it's
Oh,
like
I
the
hate it.
Oh, I love
antithesis
your
of
voice.
Louis Anderson.
I hate it.
Oh, you said antithesis. I was like,
Yeah.
he doesn't sound anything like Louis Anderson.
Yeah, then
That's what you meant.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant. I have
I
a
can't
deep-
I can't watch the show.
I
I
have
hate it. I hate watching myself and hearing myself. I
Oh,
hate it.
What? It doesn't bother me at all.
Justin, you hug him. Hug him right now. He needs it.
Would you like a hug?
I mean, yeah, everyone likes a hug.
I don't know. I don't think Andy does.
Now stab him in the back.
Who are you saying that to? He's just.
And back to the matter in question.
Oh, or we ready to play D&D
Yeah,
now?
let's do it.
I thought we were.
Yeah.
Now that we've
We're
got
not
our
just
Sorry,
role-playing?
Matt
No,
needed
just-
a moment. All right,
moment.
we're
Yeah,
helping our
we
cause.
had to make
I'm pretty
him
sure
feel better
I thought
before
we
he
were playing
betrays.
D&D. We were just
We have
role-playing
plenty of
as
time before the show
supportive
starts
friends.
for this shit. All right, I'm just saying.
Look,
We do, but we wanted to debate about Spelljammer and other settings that are
I actually did
irrelevant.
enjoy the
Spelljammer?
Spelljammer.
let's
barely
do
know
it.
Shit.
I refused. I looked at you and went, nope.
Jam her. I get it.
Come on now. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. Get it together.
Get it?
Yeah,
Because
it's your guys'
jam
fault.
her.
D&D.
Jammer. Get it?
D&D?
D&D.
D&D?
D&D. D&D.
Going in the book. D&D. Let's D&D.
D&D. D&D. Rolled 8.
Are we sure we're ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take the comment I had in front of the way then.
Good.
So,
Save it for later.
save it for later. Yeah. Put it right in the trash can where the rest of your jokes go.
Remember to
Yeah.
say.
So Locke, who used to be a nice person that everybody liked, mostly. Okay, maybe nobody
Tolerated.
liked him. Tolerated. Goes on some inane rambling about war and some other stuff, and then just takes out his blade, which is hidden in his a compartment in his arm, and straight up attacks your guys' friend, his friend Ulthion, your host technically. By the way, your goodwill connection to this place that you are now staying.
That's correct.
Just all the implications that come with that, annihilating his reputation, his family's reputation, all in one fell swoop. Katarina attempts to cast a spell of some sort over him, of which Locke offhandedly just dispels it with a quick blast of his hand.
Wizard power.
Just boom, wizard power, wizard stuff. Stops it. Meanwhile, Trin's up on stage and pops a guitar string, bink, and at what's happening. And Godric, with food in his mouth, turns and like someone just falls and just bam, hits the ground.
Oh.
Everybody else is being extremely quiet and shocked because at the moment, as he's turning to like slam this dagger into Ulthion, the blade just starts moving towards you, and you can see this thing coming. Like everything has kind of like slowed for you. Luckily for you, you haven't quite dressed down since you've gotten here.
Sure.
So the blade ineffectively just slams into your breastplate. And the blade in his hand shatters against the mithril and just comes right off, flies off across you, and basically just hits, and then his arm hits you and comes across the front. And Locke spins to look at you. Because it seems like he can't really figure out what he's supposed to do next in this attack. The eyes, the reddish light behind the eyes kind of flickers and then comes back that brightish blue as it flicks back in place. Then after about what feels like an eternity, but is only like maybe 3 or 4 seconds, you're able to... He loosens his grip of the back of your head, and then you step backwards and reach for a sword that isn't on you. But like, you set your sword and your shield down and put them in the home. And everybody just kind of gasps, and people start whispering amongst each other. There's like, was this a show, or nobody's really sure what's going on because it's so out of place and unlike anything that happens in these sort of situations on the Eredor. So what do you all do?
Stunned, I take a step back. Just this bewildered look on my face.
Something isn't right.
I'm gonna move up behind Locke. Depending how far I am, I'll start moving towards Locke.
Okay.
What did I do?
I think you tried to kill me, Locke.
Why would I do that?
I don't have an answer for you.
I think I should leave this place.
I think you should put your hands down. Godric. I know your loyalties may lie elsewhere, but I need you to restrain your brother.
I was already planning on it. Whatever happened, I have seen this before. And it wasn't Locke, it was, Brittle. The problem is...
I think we can tell these stories later.
So, after just in a few seconds further, your master at arms, Ginferin, your guards, Agnor and Fanway, and Burf's father, Dorglar, all come running outside and from the various parts of the compound. and one of them starts. You can hear that someone was shouting for the town guard to be raised. Several of the attendants have, in fact, unsheathed their weapons, as it looks.
I'll turn towards the elves and leave Godric to deal with Locke, and I'll just put my hands up. All will be fine. This is a simple cultural misunderstanding. Please, go back to the festivities. Let's bring out... I'll turn and look at one of the servants. Let's bring out an older vintage. I'll return shortly. And I'll just head back inside, specifically to where my sword and shield are.
Locke, can you move, or am I moving you? Well, let's get...
Still kind of floating off the ground.
That's why yeah. Let's get moving. We need to go somewhere else. What happened?
Whispering, of course.
I don't know. We were celebrating, weren't we? I was trying to stay quiet and away.
No, you were... we were celebrating. You were off brooding.
Right, I was trying to stay away.
Why?
This place puts me on edge. I don't like it here.
Locke, look at me. You have never done this before. I have maybe had my anger at you and felt like I couldn't trust you. But deep down I did. This is the first time I've ever doubted you. What happened? Every detail, please.
So despite the fact that Ulthion asked everybody to basically make this go away, nobody's listening. And it's just not happening. The festivities are not going to go back to normal. Everybody is staring intently at what the occurrence that just happened and talking amongst themselves. And nobody's putting their weapons away. That's not happening. It looks like.
I'm gonna reach up and kind of pat Locke on the back.
What are you doing, Trin? While they're over there having this conversation, whispering amongst themselves.
Oh, the music stopped.
Well, it stopped when he was giving the speech. So.
It stopped when he was giving the speech. So I don't really know. I'm kind of staring in shock.
So Trin's shocked as well. And he's just up there staring with this one curled string. You know.
Yeah, my broken string. Yeah, these aren't easy to come by.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna pat him on the back, I guess, and kind of like push him towards your estate and loudly yell,
Apparently Elven Ale can affect you. You did something I would. You tried to test his armor.
and I'll start pushing him towards the estate.
The last I remember, I was just watching everyone eat.
Yeah, make a deception roll.
Yeah, I'm sure your charisma score is fucking awesome.
Oh, dude, it's fucking fire, bro.
Fire.
That's your heritage, not your charisma.
Deception?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my luck die on that.
Oh, we all have,
Yeah.
well, not all. No, we all do have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Legendary luck.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
I'm glad
Wow,
that
from
means
what was a
nothing.
4 the
It
first
means
time,
he
right?
got as good as he ever could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an instant success, but it's still really good.
the max I could ever roll.
Yeah.
So
Best you can do.
Best I could do.
Anybody who was watching this, I didn't drink anything.
That's not the goddamn point.
You can lie like a master, but people believe their eyes.
The fucking else. Fuck off. Shut up.
So nobody says anything at first, but as you're walking by, you hear someone say, they're like, I just can't drink and eat. What are you talking about? But nobody says anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just take them inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna take him to if I see Ulthion, I'm gonna ask him, is there a room I can put him in?
Okay.
Yeah, my sword and shield were just inside the doorway anyway.
I'm gonna discreetly set my instrument down and start making my way around outside of the room towards the villa.
Okay.
With sword and shield in hand, I'll just turn and look over at Locke and Godric. I may have just picked up the title of War Master, but I am still sworn to uphold the laws. Locke, you brought a weapon. I understand if maybe it was attached, but you did not disclose that it was there, and my people will not see it as an accident. So, and then I look Godric in the eyes when I say this. Locke, I hereby place you under arrest.
I
No.
push Locke behind me. I'm sorry, what? And I'm gonna walk up and put my face in yours.
So eighth one comes out. She's like, the Warforged did what to you?
He broke his dagger on my armor, dear.
He was not himself. Something did something.
I understand, and perhaps they'll take that into consideration in a tribunal.
No, we have more important things to do.
Locke, shut up. You did wrong, accept it.
I am leaning back a little bit from Godric's
Yeah.
massive form.
Well, he's leaning over to look
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah, I'm like,
Barely even fits in the home. He's
I'm not
huge.
trying to cause any problems here, and I don't want to do this. But if I don't, we will lose the entirety of the goodwill we have with my people. It's a political move, if anything, Godric.
I won't let this happen. I won't endanger him in any way.
So eighth one just goes, and how do you plan on stopping us?
Die.
No. No, you won't. You won't die. You might think that you will. But that's not going to happen. He just assailed a lawmaster and a holy individual in his own right. It's an attack on him, it's an attack on our God.
And
You don't understand. There aren't just going to be guards coming here to arrest him if Ulthion doesn't place him under arrest. One of the dragons will arrive and take him away.
Godric just smiles. Doesn't
You
say
are
a
a
word.
fool. You are a fool, and you're not welcome here. Leave our property. I won't be allowing you to do anything while you're here. Ulthion, tell him he has to leave. Where's the goblin? He's of sounder mind, and we know that he's with the Silver Choir. He'll listen. He understands the politics.
I just look
Leave.
back and
Now.
done.
and I pick up Locke.
No, he
You
stays.
told me to leave, I'm leaving.
Yes, you.
Godric,
You're
What?
leaving.
Put me down.
please.
At this
Leave.
point, you see, like, I'm starting to get angry. My tattoos are starting to glow.
Mhm.
I'm starting to, like, roll my shoulders.
Are you an idiot? Were
Yes.
you dropped on your head?
Probably.
He just assaulted somebody. That's not acceptable here. This isn't acceptable behavior. He has to answer for what happened. Ulthion is doing him a favor, you buffoon. If he arrests him, his word is law. He's doing you a favor,
Put me down.
but you need to leave. You're causing problems. You're going to disrupt everybody and ruin what's happening by conflicting with this.
Ulthion.
Your actions will be used against him in court.
Completely ignore her.
Ulthion. Look me in the face. Promise me he'll be alright.
He can't make you that promise.
I'm asking him.
Again, he cannot make you that promise.
Just promise.
Ulthion,
that
you know that you can't make that promise. Alatrari sees all. You cannot make that promise. He has to answer by our laws, and we know how to navigate this system. I will reach out to my father, and we will find out exactly what needs to be done. Because if we can convince everybody, if he leaves and stops shouting, because everybody can hear him anyways, then we can possibly just handle this at the local level. But he has to go. He's ruining everything. He doesn't understand our ways. None of them do.
Godric,
Yes.
I will send message to Inara, and she will come help us as a family
Then
friend.
do this. You can't guarantee it. At least say you'll try. Because I know you are good by your word. And I will trust that.
Godric, I will enforce Alatrari's law to the letter.
Set me down.
That's all I can promise. What he has done is not necessarily considered punishable by death. The elves don't tend to work that way.
What happens when someone is controlled or does something beyond their control? How does that factor into your law?
We'd have to prove that that's what happened. I'm sure if that is the case, then an exoneration is absolutely possible.
At very minimum, banishment.
It
I
is
would like
likely
to
he will never
leave
step foot here
and
again.
never come back.
No, you don't understand. You're under his protection. He might not be allowed to come back either. Banishment doesn't just apply to you when you break the rules. He brought you all here underneath our family's protection. The only reason you're even allowed to leave the city to begin with is because Ulthion vouched for you, and then this happens.
I'll look past it while this one's... Go, get the goblin, please.
So, one who had come up to the door to follow you, kind of turns and he goes, "Yes, Lawmaster, Warmaster, sorry." And he just turns and he goes and comes, finds you, Trent. He's like, "Your presence is being requested inside the main villa." Sees you, like, skulking around the outside.
Oh,
You know.
oh no. Oh, fine. I'll come. Take me away.
No, your friends want to talk to you.
Oh,
Please,
oh, okay.
quickly.
Okay. Start like trotting after him.
I put Locke down.
Locke, I'm going to
So
appeal...
Aethelwyn's like, "I need you to leave. You're not welcome in our home at the moment. For threatening us and threatening the lives of elves in Eredor, you have to leave the property. You'll find a small inn down with the second-class citizens in town.
I think
They'll
I need
take
to
you
go
in.
stretch my legs anyway.
Yes, I'm sure. Whatever helps you think that you're in control of the situation. Please go.
Have a great day.
Life."
Locke, I'm going to appeal to your logic and education. You don't know what happened, correct?
It is unclear, but I assume everyone's telling me the truth.
My point is, if you allow us to take you into custody, an investigation into what happened will occur, and you may find answers.
The longer I'm here, the worse this is going to be, I feel, and I should leave.
My grip on my sword tightens just a little bit. It's not that simple, Locke. Leaving is probably what will happen, but there are other things at stake here.
Like what?
Like my ability to come home to my people, ever. Like the loss of an army and an alliance in a war that we're desperately trying to fight.
So Trin comes inside through the side door.
Trin, please try and speak reason to Locke.
Locke? What's the matter with you? As I step forward and I shove him in the knees. You stupid babble-boats! What are you doing? Ulthion's your friend!
What? I don't know what happened. This
What do you
whole,
mean you don't know what happened? You don't even drink!
This whole place is
Uh,
chaos. I can't stay here.
This place is chaos. You made the scene! You're why it's chaos! What do you mean you can't stay here? What's going on?
How
God,
do
our
none
stone's
of you
past you
feel it?
leaving.
How do none of you feel it? Are the elves just
Are you sick?
blind
Do you
to it?
have a robot sickness?
Locke, you're feeling something that no one else feels because it's endemic of you, not us.
I don't think so.
I have spent 400 years under the tutelage of the Seldarine, and you would lead me to believe that I'm blind to something as damning as a corruption or a curse on my lands?
In the same way that people born in Samaria just know that war is right and good and righteous. You are born and raised here, and you can't feel it like I do. And this place isn't right.
Why did you try and stab him?
I don't know. I didn't do it. I
That's
did do
That's
it,
not
but
the ants.
I didn't do it. I did it, but it wasn't me. I don't know what to tell you.
In thousands of years, you're not the only Warforged to have stepped foot on Eridor.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm special.
Yes, you're the first one we've arrested. I have to take him into custody, Trin.
What?
Should think of it more as a temporary house arrest. Really, you should stay here in the compound for at least the day so that we can arrange for Ulthion to be able to present the case of why you shouldn't be put in one of our deeper prisons forever for us attacking our god.
Well, what?
You attacked a direct agent of a deity. It was an attack on the church.
So, Ulthion, you're saying... So, Locke, you're saying that you feel something funny, right? Are you trying to say that's the weave? Is that what you think is funny? What are you feeling? I'm trying to understand.
Yes, the weave. This whole place.
And so that drove you to attack Ulthion?
Maybe. Everything is...
I've practiced magic for 300 years. I denied a position at the Academy of Magic. There's nothing wrong with the weave in Eridor.
You're wrong.
No, we are not. You are wrong.
You're too close to it.
No, this is indicative of something that's far beyond magic and the weave and Mitra and our control over it. This isn't corruption from the Formless One. This is something indicative of a greater issue in you, Locke, with your connection to the weave. He's trying to tell us that A, he has had no idea that this was possible. That B, he's had nothing strange occur other than this innate, vague feeling that something is awry that no one else feels or has experienced. When we know that the weave works the same here as it does anywhere else, spied from the spell destruction, which, again, is hundreds of miles from here.
It's a spell destruction, not a spell corruption, Locke.
Yes.
This discussion is meaningless. Honestly, you probably shouldn't say anything until you've spoken to an investigator.
Given that you don't seem to have much control over yourself, it might be... I've heard of the dampeners that can...
No.
Restrict access. Maybe it might make you feel better, like a little separation from you and whatever this is.
I won't be muted.
It doesn't matter, I don't have anything like that
You
here.
don't have a choice if that is what they decide to do. Do you not understand this? Do you believe that you are a god incarnate walking amongst the lands? You are mortal and vulnerable the same as all of us.
He is.
I am not a god.
He is not a god.
Then I didn't attack him, did I?
No, it's an attack on him. He's an avatar of.
Ulthion
to claim he is Alatrari incarnate would be heretical and frowned upon.
It doesn't matter. The point is, the best thing you could do in this situation is help us figure out what did happen.
Are you sure that nothing out of the ordinary has happened since you came here? Nothing at all. No encounters with strange objects or people, or premonitions or visions, anything that could have happened that would explain this.
Yes. Something did happen.
This is not the place for this conversation.
It is.
Well, it seems like the guards are clearing out all the guests and everybody is heading home. So this is about as private as it can get at the moment.
What did you see then, Locke?
Something in the distance. A calling. It's hard to describe. You might have a better idea. Something
We would have no idea. Are you saying that the goddess of magic Mitria reached out to you and caused this to happen? Because that's what it sounds like you're making the argument for.
Who knows? I don't have any contact with the goddess, as far as I know.
This is a baffling group of individuals that you've brought here, Old Leon.
Yes, well, this particular instance was an outlier. I didn't even know he was capable of such.
I shouldn't have been able to hit you that hard.
What do you mean? You're made of...
Days ago, I was asking for your help in learning even technique with weapons. I carry this dagger because it's part of me, not because I actually intend to use it. And I certainly don't have the strength normally to shatter steel.
Yes, well, that could have been the magic of my armor.
Alachari's protection.
I just need you to agree to take part and to help us as we figure out what happened. And to stay here while we do that.
Something strange happened because that scratch there is perfectly where your heart is, and I never would have struck that true on my own.
Well, that's not gonna win you any points. But maybe Locke, if Locke, you stay here, I know it's uncomfortable, but if being uncomfortable and working your way through it might provide some insights as to why this is happening. This doesn't sound like the other concerns that I had. But
Doesn't it, though?
just the way it manifested, it just seems so odd, unless it's some sort of strange side effect
What?
of your mind being split or affected.
Well, if we want to figure it out, I assume imprisonment is important.
Again, it's a house arrest. You stay here at the estate while Ulpion contacts the mayor and town guard.
Or I can leave.
You cannot leave. How do you plan on leaving this place?
I'll just leave. I'll teleport away. They'll find
just-
their way.
You just teleport away. Just like that.
Yes.
And what happens if...
Hold on, do you maybe want to explain to your friends the sort of magical barriers and protections we have in the city and the surrounding regions?
There is a reason we use the Waygate lock, and no other means of magical transportation. You saw the...
Another layer of protection on this place. Yet, there are too many. That's what is throwing me off. Chaos. Layers of gloss over broken land. It's not good. This place is not good.
People
and you should
thrive.
all leave. All of you.
Yes, well, that's what the Moon Elves say.
And they're correct. Because when I'm in their city, I feel the weave in peace. True harmony.
The weave is
There's
the
nothing
same
wrong
in
with the
either
weave
place.
here.
We have...
You are the
we
most
have
out of
mages
place
here
thing.
who make your powers look insignificant, Locke.
Well, the difference between the mages and Locke
Feel it.
himself is he's
I
innately
can't explain it. I just...
magical.
You're telling me there's no chance that what you sense is something wrong with yourself.
I'm not saying that, but I am saying there is certainly something wrong here.
Well,
Well, we can't fix here, Locke.
Trin, as a part of the Order of the Silver Choir, could you not find someone friendly to the cause to possibly assist us in getting him more information than he has available? We don't carry much historical documentation or history into Warforged, as Eredor is one of the few places in the world where they don't actually seem to have been. Or you can't find them in the wilderness, overgrown by shrubs and vines. Is there somebody that you might be able to reach out to?
Yeah, there's someone I can think of. I won't be able to have that information instantly. But I can definitely work on it. It seems worthwhile given the circumstances.
And who?
this tinkerer I know that works for the cause and is obsessed with Warforged and their place in history. He likes clockwork and different magical designs. Barnaby is his name. I can definitely try and reach out to him.
Well, send this Barnaby a message and see if he might be available to arrive. It might take too long for him to get here, but if that's the case, then you can always tell him his services aren't needed. Really, all we need is any form of precedent that this is something that happens with them, or has happened with them before. Warforged are already rare enough as it is, but either way.
But Barnaby would know. If not him, some of his friends that explore the same field. He would know where to get the information if he doesn't have it himself directly. Well, okay. I'll do that. As I kind of step to the corner, and I cast sending.
Okay. All right. Altheon, word will spread. You being a war master and a representative of Alatrari and his will, they won't come here in force. More than likely, they will send a representative to inquire as to what happened, and we will handle everything that needs to be here. But you're gonna have to tell them your version of what happened,
Of course.
obviously.
Well, you're agreeing to stay here while we figure this out, yes?
Why not?
You're giving me your word, correct?
Yep. I am.
At least for now, always in sound mind.
Well, more so than my reputation or the mission or anything at stake, I need you to understand. This is my home. The people that I love most in all of the world reside here. And whether or not you understand love or how it may operate, I'm telling you right now, if you utter a single incantation, attempt to leave, or your eyes turn red again, I will end you. I do not say this lightly, but I need you to understand that it is the truth.
I should probably send word for our son to stay where he is. It's not going to be safe for him here.
Yes, please.
I'll do so. She leaves the room. As she's leaving, she turns. Your friend, the Goliath, he won't set foot on these grounds, and he will not be allowed to see you until this is done. It's for the best that he stays away from you while people are watching. And then she just leaves the room.
Well, she's speaking out of anger, but don't worry. If it matters, she's not a lawmaster. The Endelvian Accords 300 years ago allow family to attend these things, and I may be able to argue that Godric is your brother. But for now, she's right, and I'm going to honor her wishes. I do not like the place Godric and her put me in. It's not their fault, it's yours.
You should get me out of here.
You should learn to control yourself, regardless of where you are.
You should take it from this place is
Hurting my feelings isn't going to win you any points.
I'm
Let
not
me
trying
show
to
you.
hurt your feelings.
I'm going to
trying
show
to
you
help
to your lodging. I'll step back and just point down the hall with my sword.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll lead you down the hall to a secondary room we have, a guest room pretty much. And all of these comforts here, I understand that they're not going to matter to you, yes, but I'm trying to show you that even through my frustration, I'm not trying to hurt you or put you in a terrible place.
There am
That remains to be seen. I'll step back.
Do you really believe I would do that on my own?
I didn't until you did it. Do I think some magics were at play? Very possibly. There are a lot of eyes on us. But conjecture doesn't matter right now. Proof is what will be needed.
There are a lot of witnesses to what I did, and
That's
I
true.
won't deny what I did.
Well, any of the witnesses that truly respect the laws of Alatrari and the Suzerain, and that should be most, if not all of them, will be truthful in their telling.
Yes. Isn't that the problem? Who's gonna know what my intentions were other than myself?
Nobody
I
will
don't.
speak to your intentions. They will speak to your actions.
My actions were I tried to stab you.
Right.
It seems pretty clear what the outcome of that is going to be.
It's much more nuanced than that.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
My position seems fairly undefensible.
You don't think that the Dark Elves ever use a mind-controlling magics, and that sometimes we fall prey to that?
I felt no magic of that sort, and I'll
Sure.
say so.
Understandable, but there are myriad magics. You're not an expert in all of them.
Maybe not. No one is.
No, but we can find one that is an expert in the right field. Trent's going to send for his friend, his partner, I don't know, colleague. I don't know how long this is going to take, but for people like you, I don't think that matters.
I won't speak to it again, but you have my opinion.
Yes, I do. And I'm not going to sit you down and explain to you thousands of years of history that tell me why I know you're wrong. I am going to put a guard outside your door. If you need anything, you can speak to them. If they treat you poorly in any way, please tell me. Instead of just disintegrating them, it would be
And if
a very bad problem.
I go rampant again,
I told you what would happen. I will not hesitate, I can't. Not here. I'm sorry.
you should be glad that nothing actually happened. You know, as well as I do, that I could have hurt a lot of people.
That is true. But what you don't understand yet is that a lot of things happened.
Something is happening to me.
Well, Trent did mention severing you from magic. That is something they are capable of doing. I guess you'll have to decide whether your connection to the Weave is more important than the lives of your friends. And I'll leave.
There's a cold clack of the door being shut and the latch being thrown. And then you hear Ultheon muttering something to two other individuals on the other side of the door. And then quiet. Absolute quiet.
Alright, so I'll sit cross-legged, middle of the floor,
start studying my spell book since I'm in prison. I have nothing else to do.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll go back to Trin. Well, he's gone. I'll go back to Trin.
I draw this.
You sent the message?
Who knows?
Yeah, I did. Oh, it's just a waiting game, I suppose. He's pretty passionate, so I imagine we'll probably hear back soon.
It's Barnaby.
Yeah. He has a tinkery. The buyers used him for various resources from help with things like golems to little, I don't know what they're called, but little machines, but they mimic creatures. And he said that a lot of wizards and stuff will use them for help around their alchemists.
Oh, yes, like a homunculi.
Yeah, it was something like that. He called them his pets, though. Oh, like I said, he's passionate.
As long as he is... Well... As long as he truly knows his field. I don't think Godric would listen to me right now, and I don't think Locke cares, but... I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I hope you at least understand that.
Well, I know we're trying to help him. He doesn't seem to know what really happened.
I know.
Oh,
He seems so
Took a lot. I
dead-centered
did
for
not
someone
know.
who didn't actually experience what went on. Like
No,
he's confident in the failure of it all.
He's a powerful mage, but he doesn't have the learned understanding of other wizards. I mean, by his own account, he's both ageless and yet also only about a decade old, as far as experience goes. He doesn't understand magic academically. I think there's more of an intuition. And if he doesn't understand what's happening here or anywhere else, I don't think he'd have the ability to vocalize the problem. The magic here is not corrupt or corrupting. It doesn't poison anything around it. The spell destruction is, for lack of a better term, a large vortex of elemental energy pulling apart Terrowyn in small amounts.
Maybe it's not the spell destruction. You said it's hundreds of miles away. Maybe it's something else. I get what you're saying, and I know there's a lot of experience in the room as I look back towards where your wife left. But I think it would be a mistake to forget or lose sight of Locke, the nature of what Locke is, or who Locke is.
I think we've just discovered we don't know what the nature of Locke is.
I
For
don't
all we
think
know,
that
this is
was
something
Locke.
inside him anyway, an insidious part of him ready to act at specific triggers. The Dark Elves occasionally plant, sleeper agents here. It's not always so easy to differentiate between the Blood Elves and the Dark Elves. And sometimes they won't even know they themselves are these agents. Sometimes a Blood Elf is captured and spells are cast upon him, digging deep into his brain only for him to act out in violence later. It's why we have the guards patrolling the streets. We don't need to police ourselves. We're not a threat to our society.
Well, it feels like that goes so against the core of who Locke has seemed to be. He's not a murderous person. That's not how he solves things. He's gotten mad, but nothing like that.
Everything that he uttered in that moment, it was vitriolic. There was a hatred in it. It wasn't a lesson being taught, not truly. It felt like a seething anger, a hatred.
Yeah, you can hate things or systems, but we're friends. We've been going through it. What stuff we've done is the only reason he exists right now, to be upset. He wouldn't try and murder one of us because he's mad at a government.
I understand. I haven't lost my trust in him as a person. I've lost my trust in his ability to control himself.
Or whatever that is, because that is nothing like the Locke that we know.
I agree.
And he doesn't even remember. So it's hard to say that is him. That might be something else altogether. The nature of the Warforged is a bit of a mystery. There's a reason lots of people don't know all that much about them to begin with.
True.
But I think it's one of those things where, yeah, he's going to be uncomfortable and he's going to hate every second of it, but we got to drag him through this kicking and screaming, because only on the other side will he be better. I'm hoping that maybe being here and staying uncomfortable might shed some light on what's affecting him, or why, or how.
What about the bigger picture? What about the fact that what's most important right now is the orbs and dealing with Takesis? Are we stating that as a member of Thunder Dangerous we can't do it without him, or are we willing to accept that at some point we may need to choose to do it without him?
I'm willing to walk down the path until that decision has to be made. Cross that bridge when we come to it, kind of thing. We wouldn't be doing the right thing or pursuing this effort in the first place if we weren't decent to those next to us, our friends.
That's a luxury, I suppose.
I say it's a necessity. We have to try. Otherwise, if you just let people fall off, there will be no one there at the end.
Would you sacrifice your life to stop Takesis?
Yes, I would sacrifice my life to stop Takesis.
Well, what if Locke just did? What if his actions just caused him to sacrifice his life for our cause?
You're attributing this to somehow supporting our cause.
Yes,
That's not
it slows us
necessarily-
down. We're focused on him instead of our next move. We're battling each other from the inside as opposed to our enemies outside. I'm stating, if... I do not want you to take this callously, but I think you will. If the ultimate decision between saving Terrowyn or you came down to that choice with me, you'd die.
Well, that's fine, because I would just come back to life. But we're not talking about me, we're talking about Locke. And
So Aethlin comes in. I've arranged for a Ravlar to stay at the Asilior estate for a few days more.
Thank you.
I've told them that I have become a slight bit ill and that he should stay there.
It's probably for the best. Locke has haphazardly agreed to stay on the grounds. Specifically, I have him in the second guest room. I'm truly sorry, love. I had no idea something like this could happen.
I assume you didn't, because I wouldn't assume that you'd allow him to come here if that was the case. If he was an unpredictable danger to all around him, I assume that you wouldn't have allowed him to come with you, or allowed any of them to leave the city. My one concern, though, is that you had to have known that the Goliath was too bullheaded to be allowed out of the city, that he was dangerous in his own right.
There are balances and pieces I have to keep. I thought with him close to me that I might be able to keep him a bit more level-headed, and I think I could have. Locke and Godric are thoroughly bonded. They may not be any more different than anyone could be, but they consider themselves brothers in the highest sense.
Well, they might not realize it at the moment, but we saved them a great deal of trouble and issues and perceptions. Ultimately, we know that when the Magister arrives or his representative does, you will just simply state the facts are is. If we have assistance from outside, at least somebody to say that this Warforged had this happen before, it would be fine. But ultimately, your title change does in fact kind of change the way that everyone will perceive you regardless. If you were still just the Lawmaster, you could say, or have said, this is the end of the line, I am passing judgment, and I deem him acting out of his own accord.
You're right.
And they would have accepted it as such, it wouldn't be a problem.
Time
that being said, if worse comes to worse, they will send a Lawmaster here. It will come with an escort, assume that he is dangerous, prepare for him to be dangerous, and then we will have to have the tribunal in Menzrathis.
We're wasting valuable time, but we'll handle it.
I believe that we will be fine. As long as he stays here in the room, and the Goliath stays away from him for the time being. We at least need the representative to come and go and report to the Magistrate.
Right. If they're forced to stay separate, it could make both of them a bit more volatile.
Either way. Then whatever actions are taken because he's volatile is on him, and he'll have to face his own forms of justice.
That's true.
We are a nation of warriors, not a nation of moon elves who are soft to the ways and arts of war.
That's true. You're right. I'm not taking Godric's side in your discussion with him at all. I hope you understand that. I was quiet. I was still trying to process what happened. Not only that, but process what the right move was next. I need to pray.
I also sent word to my father. He should be sending his considerations and weighing in on the matter as well. Here very promptly. That would go very far for us. Your father has been just gone, so he'll have to find out about this through some other form, someone will have to reach out to him and find where he is to begin with. He hasn't been back to the estate since before you left, either way. I assume he's coming to the end of his days very shortly.
I imagine so.
He's already started experiencing his final visions before he left. His past lives.
You mentioned something similar to that before I last left, but that's too much on... I don't know if I can deal with that as well at the moment.
Either way, I don't believe it will come down to banishment. As long as he speaks truthfully, the fact that as a lawmaster you brought them here to the city under your protection, and this happened at the private estate, I don't believe it will have to come to banishment, imprisonment, or any of the such.
If it had happened in the city, it would have been far worse.
But either way, it'd be more than likely they would never be allowed to leave the city again when they've come through here again.
Right. Well, hopefully Trin's colleague gets back to him fast enough, and we can move on and at least learn something from this. That
What spell did you use to communicate with your contact?
Used sending.
Sending?
My own little spin on it, but yeah, it's sending.
I guess it's better than nothing.
Well, I have another way. Oh. But I'm a little tense to use it.
why?
Because I need to be able to relax to use it. Well, you gotta have a certain state of mind, you see, and it's a little dependent on their state of mind as well. Because,
Well, then perhaps you should get a night's rest. See if maybe you feel at least a little more relaxed in the morning.
here,
Yes, you're more than welcome.
alright, I'm gonna take my book and do some reading as I hold up Thalen's book. And I'm gonna go find a room.
Trin, before you leave, I have to ask that you have no contact with Locke. Not even I will have contact with him.
I would like a hug goodnight.
Especially not a hug goodnight.
Please don't feel lonely here. You feel so bad.
Yes, well,
What about Patrick? Someone should go check on him. Maybe not you. Send Katarina.
maybe, I don't know. I'm shuddering to think about what he might be doing right now. He is without escort. Either way, the guest room is not far from here. Just please, no contact with Locke.
Okay, but I'm gonna cast magic. Not to luck. Just magic. Spells.
Enjoy. Hope it's all the best magic.
Only the best. I'm gonna go find that room he's talking about, so I can cast Dream.
Interesting.
Okay. You realize when you're kind of walking, and because of the nature of the design, it's mostly just columns on the outside that lead to like the front property where everything happened. Katarina's not there.
No, dear. Hopefully she went with him. Or she ran. And she's alone and we're all gonna get arrested. Oh, I can handle it. You just hear me going down all. We're all gonna be arrested.
Random people.
I find Patrick.
All right.
Yeah.
You know the place.
The tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll head that direction.
The
Master at Arms on the way out.
Yeah. Gunfarren.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gunfarren.
Are you all right, Master Otheon?
I'm
There's quite a disturbance in display of power, and
physically fine.
your armor seems damaged, which is strange. It's made of mithril. Why would it be harmed?
It'll mend, I'm sure. One way or another. There is a tinkerer coming, hopefully, but it's besides the point. I need to find the Goliath. While I'm doing that, no one is to have any contact with the Warforged. And if he is detected trying to cast any sort of magics, treat him as a threat to the estate.
I saw that you already posted Agnoy and Fenway to the front door.
Yes. They have... Well, Finway has an ear for magic, so hopefully that helps.
I can call up some of the other guards. They were only given the night off to enjoy the festivities. A few have left and were sent to Mendrathis.
Yes, only the few of the more dedicated ones, though.
I will keep the town's guard at an arm's length.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. Please
However-
make sure they are only speaking to either myself or Aethwin.
However, I will say that I don't believe the Goliath headed into town. And he kind of looks at the ground. And he's like, "Well, the tracks here, they lead straight off and head into the forest on the outskirts of the estate." Also, following them seems to be smaller footprints, more than likely from a younger female.
You know what? Then maybe I'll stay here. Katerina has a way about her.
Well, Ulthion, since you've been gone, we had a run-in with a couple of larger Sorwin Ents in the forest. So if the Goliath went out there alone, it's possible that he could run into such dangers in the forest on his own. We
I
had
have to
called a
respect-
priestess to come and quell them, but she's been slow in arriving.
For the night, I think I'll respect Godric's choice. He's an adult, and as such, he can make an adult decision and accept the consequences. Can't protect everyone. For the night. Honestly, I'm worried the Warforged is going to go destructive again. Aethwin's got good magic. The guards are skilled. Trends here. I don't know what to do.
Well, if there is another sort of incident, then maybe it'd be short like the first one.
True.
There is nothing or no one who interfered with him. He stopped on his own. At least
That's
from
true.
where I observed. Of course, I was standing back and behind. But, I mean, we're talking an incident which lasted all of about... Well, I guess the actionable part of it was all of, like, 3 or 4 seconds. If that. He should be fine. If he destroys the guest room, we could repair that.
I'm not worried about the physical estate. I'm worried about the people on it.
I don't believe he would harm anybody.
He shouldn't.
He selected you as a purposeful target. It stands to reason that he would come back to you as a target again for some reason.
Perhaps that's true. Well, then maybe it's best if I'm outside of the state for now, and I need to make sure... I don't think Godric understands our laws nearly enough to... He's going to go into the woods and do something stupid and think they won't notice.
Well, the tracks are fairly clear. They're heading over there.
Yes.
He was carrying... Let's say walking with purpose, it seems, as he kind of pulls his hands up from the footprints in the ground.
I see them. Your read is far better than mine, though. All right. Please let Aethwin know where I've gone.
Will do, Master Ulthion.
Thank you. And, yeah, I'll follow the footprints then.
Okay. We're gonna go to break then.
Ah! Oh!
Oh, God.
Oh, shit!
Oh, my God.
You know, we're all gonna get arrested.
I'm going to jail!
I'm going to jail.
Who knew visiting Elftown was the end of Thunder Dangerous?
You son of a bitch.
You sound like a
I could have guessed it.
Yes. He's just
Oh,
kicking and
all right,
screaming.
everybody.
I'm trying to help you lot. Fuck you!
Yeah.
We're,
He's like a drug addict going through withdrawals over there.
Yeah.
something's going on. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I don't know. But either way, we're going to get some
Danger.
snacks,
Will Robinson.
relax a little bit, some drinks,
Yeah.
move our legs. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but this seat, although very comfortable, is starting to make my butt sore.
My hands are
Did
sweaty.
you see me like shifting in the seat?
Mm.
I need to put I need a pad.
Pad.
Need a donut.
donut.
My hand.
All right, well, we're going to take a short 15-minute intermission, and we'll be right back. So
Let's all go to the
Stay
lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves some snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did
We're
do
back.
it. We
The
hit
mascot
we
needs
hit
a
the
break.
button.
Mascot needs a break.
Yep.
What are you laughing at, Kobold?
Hello,
Yes.
Raiders.
We have a mascot.
Thank you,
She's
God,
a book
Mel, for raiding
She
us
is a
with
book
the
girl.
Raiders of
We got raided.
Raid of the Lost Ark, and we all know that it's actually a small nuclear reactor. So I'm sorry about the radiation poisoning. But it's good
What
to have
the
you.
fuck?
The Lost Ark is a small nuclear reactor created with the Egyptians.
Oh, he's been
and
watching
space
Ancient Aliens
were
again.
together.
The Egyptians. The Egyptians.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll never, ever.
Yeah.
The Egyptians.
Yeah, you probably can't say what you thought I said.
No.
What?
Listen, we're just going to move on. Thank
What
you
about
for
Egyptians?
making Legendary Action your
I
raid
can dance
destination
like
of
one.
choice.
Welcome to
Even if
Legendary
it wasn't
Action.
your choice,
Yeah. Even if it
too
was a
bad you're here
misclick.
now.
Hey, Prozac with 5 gifted subs up in his
Prozac, Prozac, why are you so
Prozac,
quiet?
thank
He
you.
said hi earlier. Did he say hi earlier?
He did say hi. He showed up
Okay.
when we were on break. He's like, "Hey, what's up?"
All right, good, because I miss you.
Yeah,
All
no
the time.
fucking joke, right?
It's like
Is
that
she-
shit old meme.
Allegedly, he has a
Miss
little bit
you.
better internet
And I
now.
love you.
Allegedly.
And you can also find us
Here's
on the
something.
YouTubes, and they have downscaling like guaranteed. So
Yes,
if
we
you
are
haven't
now
watched
streaming on
the
our
series-
channel on YouTube as well. So you can click on over there if you'd like as well.
Okay, just click between the two. See if one seems like it's got better quality than the other.
Yeah, let us
And watch
know.
that one. Whichever
Let
one
us know,
feels
actually.
best for you.
Mhm.
You have multiple viewing options.
Yes.
Yeah, and then just click back and forth if that's what gets the rocks off.
Put us
Or
on
doesn't,
both
whatever.
screens.
Just
do
watch
that.
us compete.
Yeah.
I don't.
What?
That being
I
said,
thought
this is
handle one of
Legendary
each of
Action
us.
where we
Oh,
play
fucking
D&D
two.
5e like what?
A bunch of
badasses!
Exactly. And we did have some badass stuff happen.
Participate.
I am.
You are contractually obligated.
To participate.
We're like
Precipitate.
a bunch of them. We're all badasses.
Listen,
He's like,
badasses.
Yes.
There you go.
That's more
he's,
like
lag.
it.
He's on a lag. I
All
forgot.
right, that's more like it. Now I will.
No, he's not
Unlock
2 hours away anymore. He
You're
doesn't have
chained at
lag
the
anymore.
table. You
Really?
Can leave. Yeah.
Aw.
Tonight you can leave.
I can
Well, you can leave, but
See
Locke
what
can't.
happens when you guys just do what I say. Benevolence.
Yeah.
That being said, what were we doing? We're doing stuff. We were arguing. The Warforged tried to kill his friend. Now he's on house arrest. So
Well, really, I scratched some armor. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
you're lucky he was wearing it.
I embarrassed some people and scratched some
Hashtag,
armor.
it was only attempted murder.
Nothing happened. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna blame Matt for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I blame him too. I blame Mark as well.
That
Nice.
Mark guy. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
Mark caught your shit. You would not have a tally here in a second if you weren't careful. If it wasn't for Mark.
None of us would be here.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. Whoever
Thank
you are,
you.
Mark, we love you.
What? Are you talking to me or Mark?
Yes.
No, we're talking to Mark.
Mark.
I'm so confused.
Come on, Matt. Get with the program.
And this bit was a thing before Moon Knight, so don't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I forgot about
It's
that.
true.
It was, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
show's kind of not
And
good,
it's not.
is it?
It's not like
Not so
associated
far.
with anything like. mental
I just,
illness.
I just like Oscar Isaac. That's all.
Yeah.
I like him as a person and as an actor.
I like
He's
Oscar
doing the
from
best he
Sesame
can.
Street.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he's doing the best he can. That's what I can say from a bare minimum now.
He's doing all. He's doing what he can, and I,
I
like.
think I might be kind of done with that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
the
Superhero shows?
yeah, it's just kind of like I'm bored. I think.
As you were reading him.
Are you not enjoying things that you used to enjoy? You
Are
might
you-
be suffering from depression.
I. Yes.
You're opening
You
up.
think
a,
so?
We're
Are you-
opening up a book.
Are you not enjoying things that you used to enjoy? Well, she left me, so.
Yeah. Do you also have diarrhea? You might be suffering from depression. So, oh my God!
What?
Do you have depression? You might be suffering from diarrhea.
No, I had
Wow.
Taco Bell.
So you do have depression.
Yeah.
Because you ordered Taco Bell.
I'm also-
I haven't had Taco Bell in almost a year, I think.
Well, its
I didn't
beef
believe
is only partial
You
beef.
may-
The rest is like
We had
oatmeal.
Taco Bell like
And
last
it's
week.
oatmeal.
I've got a
It's
beef.
oatmeal.
Or was it 2
We
weeks
play
ago?
D&D.
Oh, it was
I got a
a
beef
lot
with
further
Locke.
than that.
I don't know.
Why?
Hey
What do you
everybody! Hey everybody watching! We're just gonna. I'm just gonna catch you up to the thing real quick. We're a great group of adventurers that are bonding very tightly, and then suddenly, at a party at my character Oltheon's home,
Mhm.
this effing
I
guy,
did.
The Warforged.
the Warforged, went like red-eyed and crazy and tried to kill me. It
It's out of nowhere.
It didn't work.
Tried. I had nothing happened.
And I'm kind of like a marshal or a sheriff, and I arrested him.
Yeah, that's true.
Only because if I didn't, I'd be in trouble.
Should have known. It's fun.
That's because he really wanted to, deep in his heart.
Goddamn rules.
Deep in my
lawyer.
heart, I just wanted to be the paladin who arrests a character for committing a crime.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm literally playing the stereotype.
Yeah, you are. You
Yeah.
freaking
And you're
rules
loving
lawyer.
every second of it.
My God.
If someone was going
Bork Bork's in the chat.
Yes. That was Sasha. Sasha's
what did you do?
our Bork Bork.
She's our Bork Bork.
She's amazing.
No
But
body,
she's
no
pretty
crime.
vocal.
Mhm.
No body, no crime. There you go.
She's opinion.
No body, no crime.
As far as
I
I'm
mean, that's
concerned,
how it
nothing
works.
happened.
Disintegrate spell. Nobody, no crime.
Yeah.
Yes, there's just ash.
Did I insult your
I'm just
fragile
ego.
ego?
Next
Oh,
time I
so
get pulled
sorry.
over and the police officer's like, "So you were going 80 and a 65?" I'm like, "No body, no crime."
Do it! Do it! I want to be there when you do it.
Yeah,
We
it'd
can
be
do it together.
Please record it.
Yeah. No body, no crime.
Legendary action. Does dumb shit.
Yeah.
Part
It's one of our
Legendary
TikToks.
dumb
We
shit.
cannot
Does
give
that-
legal advice, but if I were, I'd say, do that. Next
Yeah.
time you're pulled over.
No body, no crime. It's like, "Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to pop the trunk." No body, no crime.
I'm sorry. You're gonna
That's
need
all
to
you
work.
say. That's all you say.
Not when you're pulled over for speeding.
Or just reenact the Little Miss Sunshine. It's not a crime.
Oh, I haven't seen that in forever.
It's a great movie.
Anyways, D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, check out our emotes. We got some really cool ones. I think tier 3 subs get an emote of Alex, who's
No,
Trin.
That's based off the bits.
Oh, it's bits.
Yeah,
It'd
that's
be like
bits.
Level 3 bit, super awesome.
So I can
Yeah.
get that emote just like that.
Yeah, you can.
I think I'm tier 3 subbed anyway.
Hmm.
It's forever. You don't even have to be subbed.
I don't know if I'm tier
Yeah, it's just all time. Just all bits, all time.
forever.
Then you get the little sword emblems, and they change colors as you.
That's
you know,
really cool.
go further up.
I
They
think
get flames
Texel
and
still has
stuff.
the highest level sword.
He does.
No.
Yeah, he's got the most magic of the sword.
He is the highest level villager.
Yeah,
It's true.
I think he's still a villager
Yeah,
too.
he's still a villager.
But he's got a magic sword.
Yeah.
This is a very high magic world.
Wait, didn't he hit adventure level 1?
Did he?
He might. I think he's right on the cusp.
He either is right before it or he finally hit level 1 adventure.
Wow, wow.
We'll see. Yeah, woof woof.
All right, let's
We have
play
a board
D&D.
pork in
Let's
chat.
look at
Let's
that.
play D&D. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's play D&D.
This is kind of what this is.
Is this
yeah.
a let's play?
Is it? Is,
No, this is us
playing
hanging out with
D&D
our friends.
Is playing D&D a let's play?
Yeah.
It kind of is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, chat. Is
You're
playing
li-
D&D?
you're
a
literally
so
watching
it's
other
not
people
because
play
it's
a game. It's a
homebrew.
let's
If we're
play.
going through like a module, it is a let's play.
Nonsense.
I can understand that
It's a
argument.
let's play if you develop your own game.
We should pursue this.
They're
as a
watching us play a
discipline.
game. It's a let's play.
No, I want to hash it out now. All right.
Yeah.
It came up now. We're doing this now.
This is.
Look, I need strong definitions. I am a rules lawyer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
what
So
you
arrested
arrested
me
what
for
is
nothing.
let's play.
What
You
is
tried to
let's
stab
play?
me.
Yeah, so
Is-
what?
is a hot dog
Lots
a
of people try to
sandwich?
stab you.
That's true.
And they all end up dead. You're getting off easy.
Some of them escape.
Burnt by the holy light of Alatrari. And here you are sitting in a room whining.
Whatever. If it had gone to
Mike is
fighting, we'd have all
Googling
been
Let's
really
Play now.
fucked up.
Yes.
Hey
Yeah.
Google, tell me
Yeah.
what things are because I,
I would
can
not want
trust
to fight
you.
anyone in this party.
That's when
That's
Google
true.
goes in there and starts
Especially
rewriting
because
the past.
he would have been on my side.
It's it
I
classifies.
bet
It has to be a video
I bet I
game.
could kill you before he kills me.
Oh yeah, you could put me down for sure in one hit, but I would
Doesn't
make it
have
hurt,
to.
man.
Do you know what's
I
more
get pretty high
important than
initiative.
getting put down? The fact that we got rated
I got
Another
put
one?
down.
by Mythical Rollers.
Mythical rollers.
You know
what
what's
is
more-
up?
You know what's more important than getting put down? I almost choked.
Woo! Hi everybody.
Listen.
I hate your dumb segues.
You
so
come
much.
here.
I know.
You come
They're
here as
great.
raiders because the choice isn't yours,
You
but you
come in
stay
our
because we're
chat.
funny.
Oh man, welcome. Another raid. We should play
Why
D&D
not
then.
find
People are
this?
watching. I
Yeah,
want to see us
let's
play
do
D&D.
it too.
Click that follow button,
I am
and we'll do what
doing
we said we were
something-
gonna do.
Shh.
You know,
Keep
Got
talking to
I
him.
gotta say,
Hey, we have
sorry.
giveaways and stuff this month, right?
I have
Oh yeah, we're doing
a new
a
energy.
giveaway
Next week, as a matter of
week
fact.
on Friday.
Mhm.
The return of the lazy dungeon master. Do you want
This is
tips
sexier too.
and tricks
This is
and
sexy.
advice to help you maximize your prep
Look
time
good.
and get really
And a little
engaging
better.
encounters with your players?
Rose,
Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master
Otherwise?
is just for you. Our giveaways are for followers and subscribers.
Yeah.
Subscribers do get a little multiplier,
Uh,
but that's because they choose to support the channel
I watched you
financially.
guys play a
Like
game, and then you
Prozac
left.
Jr. coming in
And
there
I
with
was
the,
like,
with the stuff,
cool.
with the subs. Fucking crazy guy. What the hell?
No, I'm gonna make
And
you,
then, of
I'm gonna
course,
make you feel guilty.
we
'cause I
do a
tried to
bits
murder you, so
giveaway.
I'm gonna flip
We do a bits.
I may be a
We
dick in
do
game,
a
but you're a
bits.
dick in real life.
We do a bits giveaway once a month to our bits leader, providing we hit our 1,000 bits benchmark. And our bits leader will get a personalized gift this month from our very own DM Green.
We'll choose our
Who
current bits leader.
also just got a gifted sub from Prozac because he gave another 5.
Our current
Nice.
bits leader.
I always
is-
love seeing it when we get it because I'm like, one of us skipped a month on accident because we forgot every time.
I never forget.
I have it on auto and it doesn't auto sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Should have multiple autos. But our current bits leader is KO Sick with 1,500 bits.
Currently,
Followed
in the
by
lead.
Picachunti with 500 bits.
Ooh, so close.
And then
That's
closely
amazing.
tailing her is Lordy Jordy from our friends over there at Tabletop Notch. Fantastic group with 400 bits. We really appreciate your support. Everything we get goes right back into the channel, trying to put on some relatively entertaining stuff for our friends. And that's you. You're our friends.
Yes, you are.
Now, contractually, like that's how it works. We've done the mating dance of our people, so now we're a match.
That hit hard.
What?
Can that needs to be an legendary action shirt now.
Not everything
What?
needs to be a shirt.
Everything
Mike.
needs to be a shirt. until we
Everything
have
needs to
shirt
be a
line.
goddamn
Then
shirt.
we'll be a little bit more discerning.
Wait,
Mhm.
Once we have a
What
clothing
does it
line,
say?
then we'll start picking.
I
Oh,
don't know.
I wrote down your quote. It says, "I may be a dick in game, but you're a dick in real life."
Matt,
He just said that to me.
Yeah.
Someone make sure we quote that.
Quote that. Oh God, we have a quote system,
We do.
I did.
We'll quote
I
that.
did. I should have
With a
said it
quote system?
louder.
Yeah.
bro. I've showed you this twice, but I want to preface that first.
Yes, that is
That's
true.
probably true.
It is 100%
That's probably true.
Well, where's
All right,
my,
fine.
Where's my
Great
quote?
job, Kobold.
Where's my quote? If you're gonna
Great
be a dick,
job,
be a big
Kobold.
one.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's in there.
Yeah, it is.
That's,
Okay.
that's
Yes, there's another great one too from
Godric, are you the dragon that's,
that's inside of me.
No, but I can be if you want.
Dude, I hated you
You wanna
because
know one
that
of my
said that I just hear
favorite
this
real-life
chattering,
quotes?
and I'm looking at the DM like serious moment.
Being a hypocrite doesn't make me wrong. It makes me
I'm like,
messed
shut
up,
up!
and I'm okay with that.
It's your
See,
fault.
I thought that was my job as the bard.
It's pretty good. That's a good one.
I even got a dragon girlfriend. Yeah, she lives a few thousand miles away, but whatever. Have you met my girlfriend?
Is she
my
tired?
girlfriend who lives in Canada.
Is she
lives
tired?
in Vancouver. She sucks like a hoover.
Is your girlfriend tired?
What the fuck did you just say?
No,
His
leave
girlfriend
it,
in
let's go.
Vancouver sucks
Man.
like a Hoover.
Is your girlfriend tired?
Got it?
No. Then
Okay.
why is she dragging?
Wow! Did you read my book?
No, that's
I
just
did
his
my
shitty
book.
jokes.
A dragon walks into a bar.
So here,
with
I have not
300 one-liners.
I have not even glanced at that book, and that's because it would be
It would
impossible
make
for me to
monster out of
resist throwing those jokes around, and you're the bard, not me.
Which I got this as a gift from my friend, the Wandering Ronin, who you can sometimes see in the chat.
Yeah, sometimes.
He's my friend, mentor, and confidant. I feel like there's a song there.
Is there?
You got a
Yeah,
friend
You're
in
the
me?
bard.
I don't know if you're too romantic.
a confidant.
Yeah, you're a friend and a confidant. Yeah, there's like an intro somewhere.
Just to let people know, he is the bard, as you can now tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's
get it.
fantastic at it.
Like in me.
Penis.
Yeah. Sex stuff.
See, at least when me and him whispered, it was kind of
It's
constructive.
impossible. I'm
We're
never
not
gonna
even
keep it to
whispering at each
myself.
other. We literally just turn and look and do this.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even do that. I just do it.
Just say it.
And then I talk at this volume, and they can't hear me.
See,
Yeah.
when I take my dad out in public
Maybe.
sometimes, and it's really
Okay.
difficult, because he thinks if you do this, no one on this side can hear you, and he makes very offensive comments
Oh,
about
you said
people
that.
around us.
Old
He's
people
like,
suck.
take a look at this broad with
So
the
I
shaved
had-
head
Not
and the
actually. Old
tattoo.
people
I had the
Old
worst
people.
moment with you, Alex. So you're going through talking with
Old
Ulthion, right?
boomers kind of suck.
And I wanted to lean over like I do with Justin. and-
Anyway, sometimes we play D&D on this channel.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I don't
You
know
can
if it works.
whisper.
So I was like, fuck, I gotta text it.
Quiet things
I have a
still broadcast
disability.
to him
Like,
quietly.
I never realized, like, it fucks me up. Like, I've
He's
never...
a cyborg.
Yeah,
He's
I've had girls say
transhuman.
that about Pillow Talk, too, because I don't wear my
Yeah.
implants.
Well, no, it was more along the lines of that, like, I've never felt impacted by it. Because you function
The kobold's
so
trying to get your attention, Micah.
Let's D&D.
Again.
What was he doing? Did he just flip you off? Is that it?
He said
I don't have my glasses, so I didn't see it.
the kobold was telling you it's time for D&D.
Well, he was going to make that
That
decision.
was shorthand for shut the fuck up, Mike. Let's play the game. God damn. Way to derail it.
Yeah, it's definitely your fault.
Yeah, let's not talk about Alex's disability.
Yeah.
It's not.
Is that a good one?
Is it a disability now?
How many times before you don't do it
I
ever
like to
again?
think you're transhumanist.
Never.
Oh no, because that shifted my kneecap pretty bad.
ascending.
Why don't you just scoot
No?
over a little
think so?
more?
Yeah.
Something.
You just think
He's
I'm
a
like
fucking
I'm patronizing
table
you
hog.
or something? Because I'm not.
What do you
I
mean?
just think it's kind of cool. Oh, I'm gonna do.
I was saying that because I know
I'm gonna
where the
scoot over a
table
little
lies.
bit. Not
Yeah,
that I
that's
don't like
true.
sitting so close
'Cause
to
you
you.
wanna sit in the
But
middle.
it was pointed out
Well,
to
I'm
me
doing
that
my
my
best to,
name
like-
tape is way over here, and we actually have a lot of room.
We
So-
do.
I'm
But I
trying
thought
to
you
get
just
in
wanted to
room.
cuddle
I'm
or
trying not to be
something.
table hog.
I'm gonna try this.
Am I directing you this way or that way?
I can't go this way.
Yeah, you
Stage
can.
right.
Yeah, you can.
Stage right.
Don't you lie to me. I sit over there and craft all the time. You can sit right there. There you go.
Kobold, silence him.
Yeah.
I'm drunk with power.
You know. I'd rather hit my knee.
No, John, you're just
I don't like it.
Get back
It's
to
weird
work.
because like it's weird.
Okay.
We need to write
We're
this.
not playing D. This D&D game.
So, you follow the footsteps across your property now towards a kind of cloister of ancient trees that are kind of sitting at the edge of the property of the estate. And that's disruptive.
I just want to see what they do. It's on the TikTok. You put your hand out and see what they do. Sorry. I love you.
You're lucky it's about to be your scene or give you a timeout. Anyways.
You're like that.
Timeout.
Here we go, another Ulthion scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what
God
you're getting
forbid.
into when you decide to come to my home.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. You made this.
I did. I prolonged our stay.
Hey. I know.
I love you,
Anyways,
Sasha.
He wanted more time with his family. That's what this is all about.
as you're approaching kind of the edge of the woods, the first thing you see is Katerina kind of sitting at the base of the tree and just reading her father's wizard notebook, his spell book, and she kind of just looks up to you and just points into the woods.
Thank you. As I walk by her.
After another couple of minutes, you find Godric kind of standing in the woods. He has kind of just is staring down this kind of large tree. And you can see he's kind of walked through this very small glade, this just very small, maybe 20 feet or so worth of like just space at the base of this large tree. And some of the late evening and late night phosphorescent like mushrooms and stuff are kind of glowing and filling this space. And you've been here dozens of times. This is not your first time coming to this spot. And this spot is usually a very tranquil place for you to come and relax. Picnics or just a great place to come and clear your head at times. And yeah, he's just kind of just standing there. His fists are clenched, and he looks like he's breathing heavy, but it doesn't look like he's done anything since he's been here. I mean, with his bare hands, even as big as he is, that's a lot to ask. He left all of his weapons and stuff in Mendrathis, luckily.
Yeah, luckily.
But man, he's just there, kind of standing in the middle of this glade.
Just kind of look at him for a minute, and then I'll set the sword and shield against the tree and walk into the clearing. How you doing, big guy?
This place. It's calming me. It's helping. A little bit. It's helping a little bit. Jesus, wrong voice, sorry. But I am still very angry. It is almost like fire.
Can you... Are you in control of that anger, Godric?
General, I'm always in control of it, just whether I choose to let it go or not. I've only lost it once. And it will not happen again.
What's got you angry? What are you afraid of?
That if you try to keep my brother from me, or you kill him, many will die. Many will die. And we will see whose God is greater when their warriors fight. But I do not think that will happen. But it is still something that festers.
Well, why don't we test it a little bit now? And just like we've done before at camp, I kind of step into my sparring stance, just hands up. You said you're in control? Work it out. And I punch right at your gut.
Yeah, I take it. And I follow through and just one right to the center of your chest, not going for your head, just going right at your armor where I know it'll take the most impact.
I'll try to turn out of the way and deflect it a bit, though. Good. All right. I'll circle around a little bit. Start throwing light jabs here and there while we're talking.
Othion.
Is this helping?
Yes and no. They can't keep my brother from me. I hope you know that.
Don't think we're going to try to do that for very long.
They need... If he must go, then have him go.
Go as in leave?
Banish, whatever you call it.
I take a few steps back for a second before I re-engage. It's not that simple, Godric. There are laws in place. His actions affected me just as much as everyone else.
He was not himself.
I understand, and I hope that's true.
I've seen this before. There was another Warforged.
I'll stop. Guard goes down. Your last punch hits me square in the shoulder, and I spin out a little bit. What do you mean there was another war?
Do you remember the talk of Bridget?
Bridget,
Not Bridget,
Old,
Jesus. God, names, confusing. Patty and Brittle.
Brittle, yes.
Patty put her mother supposedly in the armor. I've seen her eyes red once when we were in hell. It's the only time I've ever seen it.
So you remember? Was this before that battle ended?
It was during that. That's the only time I've ever seen it, but you'd have to, it's the only time I've interacted with.
Did Brittle turn on you?
No.
Then
But you do not understand. He would never do this.
And yes, he has.
No. He did not. Something made him. There is a difference.
There is. There is definitely a difference, and the elves will see it that way too, as long as it can be proven that it wasn't him. I believe you, Godric.
He lacks, what is that word?
And I kind of stop and kind of like hit my head to kind of like clear and think.
Empathy. He doesn't, that is where his weakness is. It does not come with his desire to hurt his friends. It comes with him crunching and thinking about the differences between options and what is just going to be better in the end. This was not him.
I understand.
Even when he was threatened to be sold and taken, he did not react this way.
Back when you two first started traveling
Yes.
together? Before you were brothers?
Yes. He slowly has been regaining some of himself as we go. But
You-
this is not him. I know it.
And what else is he regaining?
I don't know. He's made. Sometimes when we are sitting in our room, he talks of a calling. Something is pulling the Warforged almost, is what he said. He's mumbled it before when he's in his relaxed state. When my dreams fester or I have nightmares of what is to come.
Well, are you...
He mumbles
I
and...
need you to try. I know that this is not normally your style. I'm trying to listen to you, but I need you to understand perspective here. Look at the bigger picture. I get that this isn't him, but do you see the damage he has done? I'm not upset at Locke. I'm upset at the consequences.
I do not see the damage. You are fine. No one is hurt. He is wrong. He says that we can solve it by removing him. So the simple answer is, do not dally, do not hesitate. Take him from the problem. Nothing, I do not get where the law has been broken.
Well, you said yourself just now that something's happening to him. It has nothing to do with his proximity towards anything. If we were in Mindrathis tonight at that hour, it may have happened there. If we were in Ivalari or Lior, back in Bravatis, thousands of miles away, it still would have happened.
I'm sorry, but I believe him. When he says something here has done this, I believe it.
There was nothing here that could have done it.
Says, why? Why?
Says my faith in the Seldarine. I'll ask them if you'd like.
Do it.
I will.
Right here, in this tranquil fucking grove.
While he's still talking, I just drop to my knees, hands out, close my eyes, and start praying to the Seldarine.
I'm gonna back up to a tree and just cross my arms and look at him.
Again, I feel great. Lords
Anyone
of the
in
Elves.
particular, or
I'm gonna start it out to the entire pantheon. I come to you asking for favors when I have not yet completed the tasks you have given me, and humbly I ask yet again that you give me guidance and wisdom. I do not need to explain the happenings, as you may not be omniscient, but you see and hear everything that I see and hear. My friends are confused and lost. Sayanine, under the light of your moon, hidden things are often revealed. If there is anything I should know that you deem I am worthy of knowing, please tell me. And then what is probably a very awkwardly long time for, at least for Godric, I'm just going to sit there in silence.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at Ultheon, not breaking away, kind of tapping my arms.
Is the problem with Locke, does it lie here on Eridor?
so in the quiet of the long evening and the night, there is quiet. Nothing but the sounds of the local wildlife, owls, wolves in the distance, the sounds of trees being uprooted, most likely caused by tree ants and moving through the forest. The flittering of a few fairies here or there kind of moving through the trees and out. There is in fact a sort of serenity a light, bright, falls upon the tree in the grove, this massive oak. Orbs of light begin being pulled up from the tree. And then there is a crack of sound, and the clouds above the grove, when you look through the forest to the sky, part ways, and a light intensifies and hits the ground in front of you. After you kind of look away from the blinding light to see, there is a brilliant figure, this tall and powerful blue-skinned angel. Its wings outstretched, made of pure white and golden light, covered in elven armor. This figure kind of just stands there for a moment and then walks forward over to you. And while you're looking up at him, leans down and whispers in your ear. But you can't hear what it's saying to you. You can see it's moving, and there is a sort of ambient emptiness, like almost like an innate whispering. And you know there's words being spoken to you, but you can't hear it. But there is two things that you hear very clearly. Infinite maze. And then as it turns and walks away to back into the light, it says one last thing very clearly. Aklaxia. And then the light disappears, and the angel is gone. The light retracts from the tree, back towards the sky. You're left sitting there.
Did Godric see or hear any of that? Oh, if I could ask you. I, still kneeling, I reach into my pouch and pull one of the small gemstones that I use sometimes as currency, and I just put it forward onto a small mound of dirt, right in the footsteps of this angelic being, where it had tread. Thank you, wise one. Get up, dust the dirt off the knees of my armor, and turn and walk over to Godric. Are you okay?
Yes.
Well, wisdom of the divine is often riddles left to be interpreted by our own hearts. I think it's likely due to the Accords. If they tell us directly what to do or what is happening, then they are meddling. But did you hear this being the angel?
I did not hear it, but I saw it.
Whispered something of the infinite maze.
It was too bright to see it. I just saw the wings. All the other details were lost.
Have you heard of that, though? The infinite maze, or Aklaxia?
I'm gonna roll a
That sounds
history check
familiar.
and see if I've ever heard of this shit.
We're working together on this. Clearly.
Are you? Clearly.
Yeah, as I'm
Clearly.
saying things out loud that might have to do with this term, Aklaxia.
Okay. Metal die on table. Metal die on table.
You're right. You're right.
Party foul. Party
We're
foul.
working together on this. At
Change
least,
places.
no matter what, you will roll better than what you just rolled thanks to
my
advantage.
Yeah.
Might do that during a one shot. We're gonna have a change
13.
places roll.
Change places.
That's fine.
You've heard Aklaxia called the City of Wizards.
I think when I was picking up Locke from this in Emirath, when he was studying, wasn't that the city of mages?
In Emrath.
Well, no. He was in the library studying, and when he was leaving, he was mumbling.
Well,
That name.
perhaps some of the other scholars might know more. I can check my book as well. Maybe the name is simply in a language I don't recognize. I may have heard of it before and not even know. I want you to take something from this, Godric. Your role in our group is to protect us and to destroy things in our path. I think my role with you is to explain the larger picture when you can't see anything but the danger in front of us. The gods owe me nothing. If they sent an agent to speak to me about Locke, that's because they want him to get through this as well. He has a part to play in my pantheon.
You hear Godric, I actually take a deep breath and kind of let it out. I hate dogs. Thank you for reminding me.
Kinda
I
reminding
say
you.
kinda a lot. It's really starting to get to me, man.
Then I do not trust your pantheon, but I trust you. And I trust that you trust them. And you wouldn't endanger Locke without proper care. So please, I don't have much. I have 3 things. My desire to fight, my desire to protect Locke and all of you, and my desire to go home. I don't have anything else. Well, and there's a 4th one, and that's my desire to prove myself and prove to Crom that us Goliaths deserve recognition. For when I slay a dragon and stand atop one, I will force him to look. Those are all the things that I hold dear. Nothing else matters.
I don't think anybody here would deny that you love Locke more than most of those desires.
That is the problem, is that he's been doing more things lately that bother me.
That's what family does, Roderick.
If he wasn't metal, I probably might have broken something. Because sometimes he just is an idiot. And that is a lot coming from me.
Yes, well, as we've established, he's not being an idiot at this time. There's something else at play.
I know, and I'm worried. I've never seen him like that.
I don't
Ever.
know why sometimes it takes a while for me to understand what has just been told to me.
What?
Godric, I asked if it was this place or somewhere else, and they gave us a name of another place.
What does that mean?
It means that this place, that Eridor, my home, is not corrupting him or causing these issues.
Another place.
Yes, a place we can go.
And kill them.
I'm assuming, yes, if it's people worth killing, of course.
If they did it, they deserve death.
Well, I mean, they did try to kill me then, right? I can accept that logic.
I'm just saying, if Locke killed you with a dagger, you deserve to die.
Anybody can die from even the smallest blade, Godric. Even you.
Then I deserve to die.
You're very lucky that dagger wasn't enchanted.
You don't understand. I've seen him try to wield a weapon before. It's like watching a 2-year-old with a spoon. It just wobbles and falls.
That's fair.
That's cute imagery. Just to bring something up, I don't want to get you angry again, but I'm sorry for what it's worth that I didn't side with you, but you need to know I never will, not when the other side is my wife.
I know, it is also your family, and I understand and respect that. But also respect the fact that he is mine.
Right. If anything official is to happen other than basic questioning, I will do what I can to include you in this, even if it means leaving the grounds. But for now,
I almost want to be there.
when
If Locke, I'm scared if he does it again.
as am I.
Because if I need to, I can hold him to whatever needs. I can be the thing that takes his whatever it is.
Perhaps it's best if he does it again that you don't have to deal with that. But I understand your desires. Perhaps when things have calmed a little bit, I can convince Aethwen to rethink her position. But for now, I, of course, would enforce her ruling.
I'm staying here, I believe.
In the woods.
Yes.
All right, well, I don't have enough time to give you all the reasons that's a bad idea, and you won't listen anyway, so I'm just going to say, just because it moves and is scary looking, it might not be the bad guy here. Also, if it's small and has wings, don't listen. And lastly, don't talk to, just don't talk to anyone but me or Trin.
Who else is going to be out here?
The magics here are older. The connection to the Feywild is thin in certain places. I want to go so far as to say you're easily fooled, but
I just want to say that you said it's thin here. And he said there was a problem. It sounds like you just answered his statement. That's all I'm saying.
no, the Feywild is... The barrier between the two is thin.
It would have no effect on him?
Not in that way, no.
Fine.
Well, trust the process. I know that might be hard for you. You've been to a lot of corrupt and darker places, but here, every one of the elves here worships the light and truth of Glorindel and the rest of the Seldarine. And if they're worshipping, even if you consider them soft, gods of truth, then they'll try to do the right thing.
Fine. But I think it is good that I stay away from everyone. I am on edge. I know that. That's why I came here and did not go into the city.
If you need someone to spar, though.
No.
It'll be over soon. And I will uphold the law, but...
Has someone ever told you something that at first you did not agree with? Things change and happen and you slowly begin to agree?
No, I was born with an intense amount of knowledge and confidence, and I've never needed to train, practice, or learn anything. And then I wink.
That is bullshit. What? That's not fair.
That
Oh, is
was-
that how all elves are?
No, Godric, that it was a sarcastic joke.
Oh.
So, as again, don't talk to any of the beings out here that you might see. Like I say, don't mean this as an insult, but you are easily fooled.
It's because I expect people to say what they mean. When they don't, I'm just confused.
Oh, yeah.
People just need to be direct. It's easier.
Fair. All right. Sorry. Off track. Yes, I have had those things occur to me before.
When I spoke with the being that is in the runes, it said there was a reason we were put together.
With the being.
The dragon.
Oh, yes.
It said that the reason we were paired is because I also had the desire to conquer, just do as they do. And I have felt that desire more now than ever.
Right, and you choose to point it in a constructive direction.
As much as I can. But I don't know. I think I know what I'm going to do tonight.
Sleep, right?
Maybe. But I will not leave.
All right. I'll look past some of the trees. Katerina, you're welcome in the estate. Or if you plan on staying here with Godric, I can have some supplies brought. This is not necessarily the best place to go camping, though.
You don't hear a response, but you do see the shadow of a large dog-like creature kind of roam at the edge of the forest.
Well, she'll be fine. That, by the way.
What?
That, no, you probably didn't see it. Hound?
I look over. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shadow. Anyway, that would be magic I would consider weird or corrupting or damaging in some way. And Katerina's handling it just fine.
Oh. Dang, fair enough. But still, I don't like it. Either way, go
No,
back
I don't
home.
like any of this either.
Go back home.
Right?
I would like to be there at the trial.
Yes, if there is a trial, it could simply be questioning. What's
I
your
have been him.
what's the word in common? Sort of like almost like a deposition.
I have been with him the longest. Out of everyone. I don't know if me stating that this has never happened before. Ever. Even when fighting, killing, anything, this has never
Right.
happened. So
I know,
if
you've said
that
as
stands
much.
for something, I would like to say it for those to hear it.
Whether or not it stands is out of my control, but I'll give it the room to try.
Thank you.
Of course.
We'll stay here. It's a good place to not want to.
He kind of pops his neck and kind of just walks to the center and just plops down.
I'll be fine.
Oh, I'm not worried about you. Just don't break anything else. Don't do more damage than
I
Locke
won't.
already has.
I won't do anything unless it attacks me.
You do understand the perspective of the elves, right? As far as he might not have hurt me, but he's hurt our position here. In some form, you understand that, right?
No. No one was harmed. You're fine. Just shows that your armor is good and you are ready for it.
If you come home before slaying your dragon, no one's harmed. You're fine, right?
No.
There are internal wounds.
No, there's just an oath. I was given these for a great hunt. I was given these to prove our worth to Crom. That is why they are given. And I do not go back home. Because my father has shamed my family enough.
I turn to walk away, put my hand on your shoulder while you're sitting in the clearing.
I just look you in the face, though.
We'll get to the bottom of everything. Don't question yourself or the direction here. Not everything is some great sign of the grand picture. Sometimes there are just mistakes and outliers. And I'll walk over and pick up my sword and shield.
I will simply rest. And take the tranquilness of this in.
Enjoy. I'll head back to the estate.
As you're leaving, Godric says one more thing.
Theon, I'll probably be leaving back to the tavern. I realize I need to breathe, and this is a good place to do so. Afterward, I'll be going to the tavern and being on my best behavior.
I think that's a pretty wise decision, Godric. Well played.
Swear if someone hits me, though.
But he's going to strike you.
And I'll kind of, son of a bitch, I will breathe and kind of relax for a little bit. I will calm down, take in the tranquilness of this grove, and then leave without wanting to punt a goblin.
You do kind of want to punt him, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, I very want to punt the goblin. Okay. It works. It works. It works. So
This is our process.
Just practice speech in the mirror. You'll be all right.
You remember, as Locke has told you before.
But yeah, just kind of breathe and calm down, and then head back to the tavern and do my best not to piss off an elf.
All right.
Good luck.
Okay, good luck.
You breathed. They're mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As long as they're not mad enough to carry a talk to me, we should be fine.
What a bunch of assholes. I
Well,
hate elves.
elves are great.
So, Katarina in tow. It's less a tavern and more just a very small tap house, where the non-elves more or less come together. The Duststraw class kind of come together to almost celebrate their own heritages and their own connections to their own people together. There's a variety of different people here: humans, bugbears, goblins, but nobody really thinks twice of you or Katarina's presence, and they offer you basically the ability to kind of just sleep in the back. They're like, well, we got a spot for you, but it's, we don't really have guests here. So you're basically accepting like a place to bed down with equipment, but since you didn't really bring anything with you,
Well,
they offer you basically some straw beds out in the back. And they're like, well, you can stay here as long as you need to, especially as a guest of the Amadir household. We assume that they'll reimburse us at some point for the space. Or you can just
how
bust
much?
your ass for a day.
What do you need done?
Just general labor. They need wood chopped, they need the field plowed, they need work.
Give me work.
Sure.
Keep me busy.
Dainty little elven fire axe.
I'm
chopping
I'm-
axe. Just
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the was it the Chris Evans video? Just
oh yeah.
Rip logs apart.
Not allowed to have weapons.
Yeah.
How much damage do you think you could do with a fire axe?
A lot.
1d6.
Plus rage.
Someone's losing.
Sleep with the blink dogs, Goliath.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. I'd put me to work.
the lock, try as you might, you cannot get that thing to come back. That tower that collapses every time and rebuilds itself. But with a more clear picture of it, you're sure it's either something that you've heard of, seen before somewhere, and you can't remember the book, and you can't remember the legend. But you know somewhere in the deep amounts of lore that you have consumed over the years that there is some place that matches the description of this object in the world. A story about a tower that builds itself every night and crumbles every day. This thing exists somewhere in this world, but the memories surrounding it and the exact wording, its name, the place where it is, just evades you at every turn that you try to focus in on this information. Like trying to remember the last place you left your car keys. Just not going to happen. You're going to have to walk that path and go there, or find out where there is. But you do know that that call is especially resounding, and when you saw it, it was extraordinarily clear that there is some part of you that needs to be there. And this is what you glean through your meditation and time spent going over your book. You also, it took you a little bit longer than usual because you were trying to be low-key about it, but you did finish putting that teleportation circle on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Until next Friday.
What? No! I was.
What?
Oh, what about my thing?
No, we
Do I
refuse.
do the thing?
We refuse.
No, it's too bad.
Fucking refuse.
Too bad.
We refuse.
Too bad.
All in
We will
favor
wait till
of-
Tara's
oh,
here next Friday, and we will
Oh,
continue.
dude.
Fuck,
I'm
why
gonna
does he
tug
have
at
to
the
have
heartstrings.
leverage?
Yeah.
You think that's bad? Like, I have things. I'm doing things. And you don't even know yet. Because there's things that you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
But when the time is right, you will.
But when the time is right.
Yeah. What's up, bro? Can't remember shit? Like trying to remember a memory of a dream that's just slipping away out of your grasp.
And there might be spells for that.
There might be a goblin for that.
Who's a master at that?
That's true.
You're a master at not listening to Ulthion.
And Trin wrote
You're
you a
master at it.
song. Trin wrote you a song, and then you go stabbing people.
All right. Well, that's good times. It's fun times. It was exciting.
I wasn't singing your
I'm
song.
always happy to leave you guys on the edge of your seats every time we wrap
man,
up on the
tonight
Friday.
was stressful as fuck.
I'm not allowed to
Good.
spend time
Man.
with you because I'm supposed to.
I'm mad.
There's a lot of stressful shit.
I'm angry.
Yeah, like Infinite Maze, Excelsior, Eclaxia.
Excelsior.
What was that said?
Eclaxia. Eclaxia. Infinite maze eclaxia.
Infinite maze. I've heard those terms before. Both of them. As Justin. But I just can't remember. I literally, just like Ulthion, I'm like, but from where?
There's like, my brain thinks of something, which I think is
I
like...
might have Eclaxia written down in my notes from something else,
Yeah,
actually.
I like the
there-
back and forth, like the my dear Watson type of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Why is that? You're right. That's so familiar.
Right.
No, I will not consult previous notes.
Or Google.
Oh, from previous characters?
Previous characters' notes.
Ah.
Like, never said before.
That's an interesting idea. If you got like a DMing style to where writing these notes down really matters, and that's one of the biggest penalties of dying or changing characters is give me your notes.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like I have
Yes.
Phelan's book, but what if Phelan's book was just the notes Mike took?
Want to know why I'm flipping through these like this, by the way? I'll tell you why.
Because you're weird.
Is you're doing a thing?
It's
You're trying to look busy? You're trying to exude an aura of confidence?
It's because I was given 2 pieces of paper last week with really cool rules on them. And they're supposed to be in here and they're gone.
So what you're saying is you already lost the items, and now they're completely mundane items.
No, I have them memorized, but I wanted the quotes off of
I
them.
don't think you have
See?
memorized. Mike had a lot of stuff memorized.
This is why I stopped handing them to people to begin with.
You didn't take a
They're supposed
picture
to
of
be in here.
I know, that's what everybody says when they misplace
Yeah,
them.
Hey, I still have my.
They're supposed to be here. They're in my notebook. I
Do you have them
swear I
typed
folded
on
them.
your
I have the
computer?
dope original.
I might.
Did you take a
You should
picture
send
of
it
it?
to me
Did you
so
at
I'll
least
add
take
them
a
to the
picture of it?
D&D Beyond.
That's what I was going to do.
By the way, you, sir, have a whole bunch of custom items to make in D&D Beyond, which is why we're ending early. So you're going to make them and finish them and put them on your character
Why do I
correctly.
feel like I'm being punished?
You are.
You are.
Yeah. That being said, thank you all so much for the raids,
They're in here.
the subscriptions,
They're in here.
donations. You know, we love you. We adore
Right
you.
there.
Everything that you do. Good job.
And
Yeah.
we will be hopping
And-
over to the wonderful JT tonight.
And we will be rating JT Stark. So remember to drop those emotes, those raid emotes,
They're
loves,
yours.
hearts, whatever you got. And remember to give JT Stark like 5 minutes of your
JT
time.
Stark is awesome.
Isn't tomorrow like some big finale?
Oh!
We're getting there.
Okay, I'm just saying. You started talking about jumping channels. and
We
stuff.
are. We're setting up the raid. Relax. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, JT Stark's great. You're gonna love sitting over there. Give them 5 minutes of your time, though. You know, that way it gives you a chance for them to win you over and you become their next favorite streamer. It happens for us that way. That's how I met Lonnie Lightning, who's freaking amazing. That's how I met Zambies, who's freaking amazing. That's how I met JT Stark, who's freaking amazing.
I love JT.
So remember to raid, drop the emotes, jump in there. Plus, you want the extra points for the action point store, you know, for going along with the raid anyway. So that you
Yeah.
can buy things like automatic failed saving throws or heal the players and save them. Because
That's
we've had a
literally
lot of
free.
back and forth.
It's a
It's
slash.
free action points.
It is free action points. That's true.
Let me see if I can slip into DM mode real quick. I'm
Someone
gonna try
spent one of
something
their
here.
luck die tonight. That was extremely surprising to me to spend your luck die on that. But you spent one of them, so there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
So
I
for
was
you,
really
I still
surprised.
have on my left
Yeah, mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, so
part of
it
it's
happened again. I went from a natural 1 to a natural 20.
Yeah,
Did.
I have a fucking
Did.
problem.
You
Yeah.
got the points. You got the
Yeah,
points,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. But
Who else
yes,
has a problem?
that being said, we're going to talk about
Your natural one's going to
tomorrow.
natural
You can
one.
catch us on Fridays. You can catch us on Saturdays. Saturdays, Steel is for Men, set in the Witcherverse, is run by our very asshole Ulthion.
Well, Ulthion
We
doesn't
know him
run
as
it.
Justin, though,
Ulthion
when we're
doesn't
not
run
at the
it.
table.
I think Ulthion would be a very boring dungeon master.
I can
But
only imagine.
He'd be a rules lawyer.
but
is what he'd
I
be.
just
Mhm.
well,
So you
Justin
find your way
uh,
into the dungeon.
on Saturdays I've been running a show called Steel is for Men, set in the Witcherverse, just like Andy said. Picture this: a dark, clouded night. The rain is falling. There are bodies strewn about in front of this mysterious castle, and there is a man who the party thought was dead stepping through the mists to confront them one last time as he declares, "You can't kill a higher vampire that easy." That's where we left
Yeah,
off.
that son of a bitch,
Yeah.
man!
Yeah. So I've got the climax of our show happening tomorrow night. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. It's going to be big. There
It's
will be
climax.
lots of blood.
Everyone's gonna finish. Climax.
That's the plan.
I'm a hype man.
Is the Saturday show an orgy?
It's an
An
orgy of
orgy.
role-playing.
An
Fun.
orgy of action, combat, monsters, and
It
disappointment.
was so good, I lost my head.
It's true.
Oh, no, you
It's
want
true.
a head.
It's
It's
true.
an orgy.
No.
The
Like
Witcher universe is not very good at keeping people alive.
Yeah, that's fair.
especially when the DM like forces your players like PvP. You know, it's rude.
Mm-hmm. It's super rude.
That make you laugh. Make you laugh.
Anyway, so you're not going to want to miss that. You're going to want to be there for that. Let's see what happens, how they deal. Well, we all know how you deal with higher vampires in the Witcherverse. You die. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Unless you have another higher
Right.
vampire with you, and they do not. I can definitively say they do not.
Until they
Which,
do.
again, I'm being hyperbolic. Witchers have
No.
been contracted to hunt and slay higher vampires, and they've done it plenty of times. But the question is,
Sort of.
they don't stay dead.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
They don't stay dead.
Yeah.
But next
That's
Friday
it.
should be fun. I'm happy. We're gonna be going places. We're gonna be doing stuff. This is gonna be good.
This game is going places.
This
Somebody's
game is going
Thinking
places.
about going places, I swear to
We're going
God,
straight to the
I
top.
will find you and I will smite you.
Straight to the top. Yeah, he will track you down. And we will have a new nemesis.
Hey,
in the
you
game.
know,
You know what this is?
I
The
just
three of
wanna
us.
say-
You know what this moment is? Right here. This is very easy. Night Owl, Rorschach,
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Whatever, dude.
Think about it.
I'm the one with the lightning powers.
Yeah.
An
That's
owl
true.
man.
That's true.
Also,
But it's still that moment.
I fucking hate you. 'cause it's
also
true.
without support, I would. Without support, if you came at me alone, not even close.
You know what? As soon as those cameras goes off, we can roll those dice.
Yeah, we can find out.
No, I think
Yeah,
he's saying he
plus-
loses.
I have a plus
What
7.
makes you think you could get close enough to hit me?
Oh.
God.
Oh,
I'm
so
with you.
PvP special?
Yeah.
PvP special?
PvP special.
God, I wanna do that.
1v1 me, bro.
1v1 me, bro. 1v1 me, bro.
This is Modern Warfare lobbies all over again.
Admittedly, if you got to lock close enough to get a hit in, you would.
It's all about who rolls
absolutely put him
initiative,
down.
bro. It's all done by initiative.
I get a real high
He does
initiative
have a
bonus.
fatty fucking. I hate him.
Yeah, but you fatty roll on the bottom side of the die on a regular basis.
Oh, he's got his fucking truth.
All right, so let's get set up. Let's raid JT Stark. Thank you all again so much. Follow, subs, bits, all that good stuff. Be here next Friday for the giveaway. It's going to be some good times. We love having you here. Thank you all for making this your raid destination tonight. We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed yourselves. And if you did, don't forget to join our Discord. We can drop the link in there so that you can come hang out. Let's talk about Spelljammer versus Dragonlance. Hot take, I was said earlier at the beginning of our show, Spelljammer is, and I'm ready for Dragonlance. So I was hoping that they'd release that first, but you know, whatever. I love Dragonlance. It's great. It's one of the driving parts of inspiration for Dungeons and Dragons to me. I think Dragonlance, Forgotten Realms, and Lord of the Rings. Just boom, those three things in a row. So, yeah, we hope that your week is as legendary as our night was, and we will see you tomorrow for Steals for Men, and next Friday for Adventures in Terrowyn.
And he died.
That hurt.
And then he died.
I pulled a muscle
So,
somewhere on
bye,
my
everybody.
arm.
Have a good night, okay?
Night.